It's the Groupcast podcast, a show about stuff like stupid jokes and Charlie folks and random ass topics with Casey, Wes, and special guests like Fred and Danny, Kyle, Riley, Lennon's there too. This is their theme song, it's pretty cool. Just don't ask Wes to sing the rest cause he'll forget the words, so sit right down and gather round, but not too close because they were so ugly that everyone died. Podcast.
I did make these special, Erica.
Now he has to use them.
Now I have to.
Laura's just
You
wasting
make them
time.
special.
They're very good looking.
Thank you.
You did good work.
After forgetting how to set up a show, welcome to another.
It's only been 78 episodes.
Another 7. Yeah, we're on 79. Another
You're forgiven.
group. Welcome to another Groupcast of episode. As always, I am Wes Big.
What's big?
The whole episode's gonna go this way, isn't it? I got this feeling.
It's Bizarro Groupcast.
Tonight's gonna be a strange night.
Tonight's gonna be a strange.
Doctor Strange Night.
I've seen that movie.
Yeah.
This one wasn't very good.
Have the strange.
Joining this week, Erica
Hello.
and Stacy
I do not know a word.
and Casey.
And I'm thirsty.
Hi,
That's a joke none of you are gonna get.
No,
It was
because
before, but
Hi,
we realized
it was-
we
I'm
fucked
Dad.
up.
It was before I plugged in my microphone.
I'm thirsty. I'm Dad.
Oh,
Your dad?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
That's what I would know.
I will never exceed the maximum gloriousness that your dad's mustache has.
No.
It is fabulous.
It is something.
That's something.
If you want to know what my dad looks like, look up a picture of Sam Elliott, and
Yes.
then you're done. That's it.
Alright, that's him. That's his
his
dad.
dad is Sam Elliott.
That
He was
is true.
mistaken. I told this story, didn't I? He was mistaken as Sam Elliott.
Oh, I didn't know that.
When they were. We told this story on my podcast, and you were there for it because we had this big
That was
argument.
2 years
That's
ago.
why.
No, it's funny. They were shooting that movie Gettysburg or something.
yes,
Whatever
yes.
movie that was in
Route
Gettysburg
30.
that he was in. No, that's not it. But
Oh.
that's a good movie, by the way. I think
Yes,
I like
it's a movie.
Yeah.
Route 30.
There's
is a
there's
movie.
also a Route 32.
Apparently, it's awful.
Yep.
Route 30 also. I think
It's
that's what it's called.
T-O-O.
Oh, I thought it would just
Yeah,
be
you
like
have them both.
Route 32 as like
The next route
in
over.
the same
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
in the
the
same
same
way
way
they're
they're
doing
it's just not as
in
good.
the same way they're doing 22 Jump Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's so
Is it
dumb.
Jump Street? I thought it was another street.
It's Jump Street.
It's
Jump.
Jump
It's
Street.
like Junk Street or something. Because you want to live on.
That sounds like a
Junk
porno.
22 Jump
Street. I just like how Lennon lives.
Yu-Gi-Oh reference.
That just sounds like a porno. 22
Let-
Junk Street.
Yeah.
21 Junk Street, like that. We're gonna have to talk about the night we had around the Thought Life
The comedy show
later.
night. Yeah.
But
Oh God.
I just like how Lennon lives around the vicinity of both Easy Street and Excelsior Drive.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I do.
You do.
Yeah.
Excelsior's down in...
I don't know where either of those roads are.
I have a friend who actually lives in
I've lived there
Excelsior.
for 64 years and I don't know anything past my driveway.
How do you go anywhere?
I actually know very few named roads around where I live.
People laugh at
You
my
live
road
that
being
way?
Rake Factory. Everyone's like...
That is funny.
Oh, you make rakes!
There actually used to be rakes at the
Yeah.
bottom of the road.
They actually
Now they sell...
Then they dug them all up, and now
Now
the
they sell
resources
used,
out.
and
That's
then
it.
they sold dented cans, but that didn't go over so
They
good.
sold dented cans. Was it a con
I've
service?
never heard dented cans be slurred together in such a manner like that.
Dented cans, and now they sell dented furniture. They sell used furniture,
Okay.
$50.
and it's all stuff from the '80s. So it's like going back 30 years, and you're like,
So Gettysburg.
yeah. Anyway,
All right. So they were shooting this movie Gettysburg, which had Sam Elliott in it, and this was right around the time that my mom started dating my dad, and my mom was telling her friend Donna all about this guy that she had
Donna?
met, and he looks just like Sam Elliott, is what she said. He looks just like Sam Elliott. I think they sold jewelry somewhere near Carlisle, if I'm not mistaken. And
probably a few places do.
yeah, I think. Well, whatever. And Donna was working by herself that one day, and this guy walks in. He goes, "I need to buy some jewelry," and she goes, "Okay." And he goes,
Okay.
and he's filling, and he had to do whatever. And she goes, "Okay, can I get the name?" He goes, "Sam Elliott," and she goes, "Yeah." Yeah, sure you are. Oh, yeah. Diane told me all about you. And he goes, okay. And he buys his shit and he leaves. And then my mom comes in the next day and goes, I know you sent him in here to say he was Sam Elliott. And she goes, I don't know what you're talking about. So Sam Elliott did walk in.
That's pretty great.
See, my dad has never actually been mistaken for Sam Elliott. But Sam Elliott has been mistaken for my dad. That's how alike they look. Yeah.
You don't say that very often.
No.
You look just like that free fellow.
The other day, I was thinking, is there actually any word that's easier done than said? There actually is.
What?
There's a word.
It's easier
Was
said
it that
than
sentence?
done.
Because I don't know what the fuck you just said.
It's easier said than done.
There's the phrase
Easier done than said.
Right.
Easier said than done.
Right.
Well, I thought of a word that's easier done than said.
Oh, okay. That works out
Okay.
better.
It's the word flossinasa nihiliphication.
Excuse me?
Is it flossing?
Excuse you.
That's what it sounds like.
I kind of screwed that up.
That's okay.
Floxinasa nihiliphication.
Okay. And
Which-
that means?
This is one of those words that nobody uses anymore.
It means nothing.
Oh. That is easier done than said.
It means nothing because you used up all your energy trying to say that fucking stupid word.
Exactly.
Alright, look. Flock of seagulls.
Nautical.
Run so far away.
I forgot where I was going with that. I had like a whole thing
Flock
set
of
up.
seagulls.
Yeah. Oxen, rhinoceros, pharmacist.
That's what that's what you do in a flock of seagulls.
I was in that
You
plane.
run-
Flock
you run
of
so far
seagulls,
away.
oxen, rhinoceros, pharmacist.
And that hit song was.
And that hit song was
Nothing.
rhinoplasty.
Plaster rhino.
Well done.
Plaster rhino.
Plaster rhino.
Plaster
I
rhino.
tried.
I saw on my way to a job this week, I saw an entire pasture full of fucking seagulls.
Yeah.
Pasture.
Just
A
a
pasture
pasture of
full
seagulls.
of seagulls.
Was this in Hanover?
Homegrown.
All
Yeah.
the seagulls live in Hanover.
This
I
was
won't
this
eat
was
them any other way.
this was on my
They gotta be
way to
free
New
range.
Holland. But like there was an entire it was like again like nowhere near like any body of water at
Yeah,
all.
I want to know how they fucking do that all the
That's
time.
like being- that's like being in
covered
Hanover all the
they
time.
covered this pasture so well that I could see them
It looked like it had
before
snowed.
I passed it, and it looked like a pasture full of sheep. And then I passed it, and I'm
Those are really tiny
like, what the fuck is that?
Those are some big seagulls.
sheep. Or
Or some
tiny,
really tiny
tiny
sheep.
Oh,
sheep.
yeah.
Well, no, like from a great distance, like you could see the white, and they look like sheep.
I've finally
And then
seen the white.
I passed them, and then they were
And
seagulls.
then it bad at me.
Uh,
And then ate my french fries.
yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Seagulls eat french fries.
And hot dogs and steal cameras.
They eat everything they eat.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I
they're
just have at the beach.
They're like the goats of the bird family.
They're the goats of the air.
Air goats. I love
Sound
that.
like
I love that video.
Ah!
I love that video of the seagull stealing the chips from the
And
convenience
it's
store.
Yeah.
He kind of just like sneaks up in.
I love
He
the
gets the hell out of there.
I love the video of the seagull stealing a guy's GoPro, and he like goes like a couple blocks away and like just
Oh yeah,
like,
I've seen that.
just lands on top of a building, and then like has like a sarcastic, maniacal like laugh about it. It just flies away, and the guy's like, "Hey, come back here on my camera!" And lands on the building a couple blocks away, and goes, "Ah, ah, ah!" And it's like mocking the guy, like, "I stole your camera, bitch!"
I've had turkeys laugh at me before.
There was a video.
Yeah, I remember that.
There was a
story.
video of a seagull that went into. They walked in through someone's doggy door and took the cat's food bowl and just walked out the door, and the cat
What?
comes in like.
Oh, I've seen that one. And the cat just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, the cat's just like. "That
I
was
didn't like
mine."
it anyway.
There reminds me. There was a GIF I saw. Do you guys say GIF or GIF?
Gif, it's not
Yeah.
Jif, that's peanut butter. Thank you.
Alright,
It's
alright.
Gif.
Some people.
I saw this GIF once. Oh, it was great.
People
I
are
loved it.
way
It was
too
delicious.
defensive. People
Delicious.
are way too defensive.
I mean, it's
about that.
graphic.
know.
It's not giraffic. It's graphic.
It's giraffic.
I'm sorry I opened this can
Giraffic
of worms.
part. Yeah,
I'm sorry I opened this can of worms.
this can of giraffes.
You mean worms.
This can of gifts.
This can of peanut butter giraffes.
One of my favorite gifts of all time. Actually, there's two of them. Just because they're edited in such a way
Who edited GIFs?
Giraffe.
Yeah. It's one of a. The first one is one of a goose, like he's like doing a tap dance, like
Oh,
really
yeah.
fast, and he has this really satisfied look on his face.
Is that how they made that South Park episode?
So they
With the goose?
so they edited it.
No one
So
knows.
somebody edited
No.
it. So it said, "Oh yes, motherfucking breadcrumbs."
Yes.
And it like flashes green and red.
Yeah.
That I have seen.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just love
There's
the,
another one.
I just love the duck that's like.
Across the concrete. Oh yeah. You real because I don't have the ability to write music.
Yeah.
I want to re-employ you to write me "Ducks in the Wind," so I can produce that video.
I'll do it.
Okay,
I'll fucking
because
do
it's
it.
gonna be so funny. It's
But yeah.
dust in the wind, but about ducks blowing in the wind.
The
So
You don't
So
say.
windy, the geese were flying backwards. It
And
was.
then those giraffes were there.
Yeah. The and then just kept hitting the
Jurassic Park.
giraffes. Man.
They're making a new Jurassic
just
Park.
a single birdie.
It's gonna
around
have,
this flock.
It's gonna have
funny.
B.D. Wong. He was
Okay.
the psychologist in Law and Order, SVU.
Okay.
Oh, good for him.
Sure.
The other GIF I really liked that was edited. I don't know why, but this got to the front page of Reddit for whatever reason.
Well, a lot of shit gets to the front.
What? Like a
page of
potato.
Reddit.
Go to Reddit.
Somebody
A
posted
potato?
a potato, and that was on the front page.
Was it one that looked like Benedict Cumberbatch? Because
No, was it one that said "share this potato as many fucking times"? As
Oh,
you
yeah.
can"?
No, it was just a potato.
Oh.
Well, they
But
shared
anyway,
one
no.
that had two eyes. Like,
This one that
I
just
thought it was Instagram.
this one that just somehow got on the front page. It was just a waffle falling over on its side. It was standing up, and it just went. So somebody took that and like played it and reversed it over and over again. Put like some flashy lights that just went party hard.
That's great.
And I just imagine like heavy bass music.
Oh yeah. Never underestimate the creativity of the internet.
yeah.
I love it.
The internet will do everything, which is good and horrible at the same
Yes,
time.
it is.
That's
Yeah.
why Goatsy is popular.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what is that?
Imgur.
Do you want to know?
I've
Let's-
heard of it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's know.
People are dying.
Look it
I
up.
heard we're talking
They-
about goats.
Yeah.
They're coming to get us.
Uh-oh. No, because I said Jurassic Park.
Let me put
Okay, bye.
Fire
Giraffe-potamus?
trucks.
What?
Jurassic Park.
Giraffe-opotamus.
Giraffic Park.
Yeah. I have a picture of that on my phone.
Giraffic Park.
Giraffic Park.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought I was being.
Oh,
You
I
guys
thought
have
I
heard
made
the
that up. Never
melodica
mind.
version of the Jurassic Park theme,
God
right?
damn that thing! I watched.
Yeah.
Love that video.
I watched it expecting it to be funny, and I hate it.
It is funny.
I know it's funny, but
There's
I
like
hate
5
it.
of them of different stuff where that guy just plays
And you just
stuff.
do it terribly.
Jurassic Park.
Show the class what,
Balls.
what you've done.
I didn't see it.
No, nobody can see it on the video.
I'll link it later.
Okay, all right. Put it on the screen right now.
You shall be linked.
Link.
There you go. So I was listening to the Rooster Teeth podcast the other
Yes.
day. I thought about this because they just talked about the GIF thing like 2
Yeah.
episodes ago. Or
It's
whatever.
not a big deal. Just
It's
deal
not.
with it.
It's not.
It's really not. They, as in Bernie,
Yeah.
They burning.
told one of Keith Paradise's jokes
Did that.
on the
Really?
podcast. Like, it was just a conversation they were having, and he said it. It was actually almost word for word, to be honest with you. And it was about how there's always that one weird guy in every group who knows the age of consent in every state.
was gonna
We're
say-
going to Vegas. Oh, you know the age of consent there is 16. No, I didn't.
Why
'cause
would
I'm
I
not
need to?
weird.
I was going to say if there was one that we'd recently talked about,
Yeah.
that would be further evidence that they know about us.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
I
I don't know if they actually know about us and if we've gotten to that level of understanding, if they care.
doubt it.
Right. I don't know. Nah, you never know.
I told last night one of my brother's friends came over, and like his
Does he have
friend.
a mustache?
No, he doesn't. He wishes he could grow a beard,
Did
but
he
he
go
can't.
to Jurassic Park?
No.
Did he look like Leonardo DiCaprio?
No. I will get to that eventually today.
Oh, we have that on our topic set?
Yeah.
Oh.
He loves me more than he loves my brother, like as a friend.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
And I
That's more than
forget
friends.
how exactly we started talking about it, but like we were talking about like sexy women and everything, and like I have a friend. I guess you could call him a friend. It's a friend of a friend who's a comedian, and he's got a joke, and I proceeded to tell him about Keith's
Old man
yoga.
chewing.
No, the
That was
yoga.
fantastic. Why hasn't he brought that up again?
It's only been a week.
Yeah.
I
I
thought
told
it was
him.
a terrible joke. That's why.
I told him Keith's yoga pants joke,
Yeah.
where he was in the aisle of the store and this lady was bent over getting something off the bottom shelf. She was in yoga pants. It's like, wow, God really likes me today. And then she stands up and turns around. She's praying. He backs up and goes,
Nope.
whoa!
Nope, wrong again.
She's like, what the hell are you looking at? He says, apparently cause and effect. He thought it was fucking hilarious.
That is
That's a great joke.
I know. Like, he laughed harder than I laughed at Heath Walkemeyer my first time.
Can we talk about that
Yeah,
now?
let's do that.
Okay.
I have the video. I can upload it.
Oh,
Oh,
that'd be
nice.
great.
Yeah.
So, the folks at home...
Fox!
The
That's
facts
it.
at home.
You know, the folks at home may not know about Charlie either, since we've
well.
gone video and iTunes and probably have new folks at home.
Yeah,
They might
Fox!
not know about Charlie. That's right.
Regardless.
Go listen to other
We'll
stuff.
talk
old
about
stuff.
Charlie, hopefully never again. But, so there was a guy at the comedy place
At the comedy.
named Heath Walkemeyer who looks like Casey on drugs for 40 years.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah,
see
he
it.
does.
I don't see it.
I do.
But
No,
I'll
it's
agree with
there.
you.
It's
Everybody
there.
else does. You're just in denial.
You are in
I think
denial.
I may just be.
That's a
First
good
step
thing.
is
That's
to
okay.
admitting it.
No, you don't have to take any steps. You're all right.
Hi, I'm Casey. Hi, Casey.
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 And I look like Heath Walkemeyer.
I'm
And I'm
sorry.
Heath Walkemeyer, but
It's okay. We're here to
And
help.
I'm Batman. I'm Spider-Man. Alright, so this dude is drugged out as fuck, and he is the local hero. I don't know how that happened, but he's the local
He's
hero.
the local breadliner.
He is the
It's
bloodliner.
because he's inbred.
aha.
Aha.
Here's the basics that you have to know about this guy. He's a drugged out comedian, and he tells a lot of puns,
Yes.
mostly pertaining to bread.
Mostly horrible.
He has a bread suit that he wears often.
He
And
made
it's,
a bread suit, and he has several of them. He doesn't only have one, and
Yeah.
they shrink every time he makes a new one.
Yeah, they seem to
Goes
get
from-
smaller as he
from
goes.
this big
I wonder
to
if
now,
he's
like,
trying to tell us something.
Well,
Next
the
to me
loaves are
coming out
getting more
eating a-
expensive. So to compensate, companies are making their bread smaller.
Oh, okay. It's a political
He's
statement.
being topical, yeah. Which sounds just like Heath, yeah.
Of
Being
course.
topical, yeah. Talking about a fucking lady with a beaver on her leg.
Which isn't even a joke.
It's not a joke, no. It's really,
I don't understand it.
It's really not. So Heath, the local town hero, was absent from the comedy place on Tuesday. Therefore,
We thought he died.
we always think he's dead.
he always-
Yeah.
yeah.
Therefore, we determined that we needed a fill-in. So
Who thought of it?
we got his drugged out
I
kid.
thought it was you.
They're going
It
to be
wasn't
like
my
an elevator
idea.
for a minute.
I don't know whose idea
I
it was.
just jumped aboard.
Oh, there's a ghost here. That's
Oh,
okay.
ghost, get
The
out.
door just sprung open. If it wasn't for that bungee cord, it would be windy.
Excuse me?
Now,
It is windy.
That's why it's
There's
far
like a
open.
tornado outside.
we decided to get
We're in a
Casey
barn.
to fill
Yeah, we're in a
in
barn. Good luck.
for
Makes sense.
our drugged out comrade.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was great. It was very
I
good.
think I did a good job.
I thought it was
Spot
excellent.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah, you did.
it was very good.
See, I've never tried an impression of him, which is why I wasn't sure if I was going to pull it off.
I don't know who did a better job. You actually doing it on stage, or him helping you in the back and doing
Yeah.
all the hand motions and everything.
Yeah, I was guiding.
Stacy recorded it,
Yeah.
so I hear you just like, got me on the wooden leg.
Oh god.
I can just imagine you like a proud dad, just like sitting on the edge of your seat, like,
You know,
you can do it, son.
that's really what I was thinking.
Yeah, he was.
What I
As he
saying,
was
yeah.
doing this.
And I kept going.
Discoing all over
Yeah.
the...
He's pulling more, and you'd be like, "Ha!" Go, yeah.
Yeah, yep.
And like I noticed, like he's more. More. You gotta. You gotta keep doing that. Just do it. Like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was great.
So, yeah, I'll post that sometime.
Excellent. I'm
And the
excited
host
to
actually
see.
introduced you as Heath Walkemeyer.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's like, he's wearing a different costume than he normally does. And it was funny, it's funny because every time I go there so often, and I'm friends with Lennon, and I'm friends with everybody who goes here, and they've all watched my animations pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
They have no idea who I am.
You know, that's actually very true.
And now they know you as Heath and not even Casey.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because your uncle's not a terrible comedian trucker.
Yeah, that's the only reason they know
I'm
you.
so sorry.
You've made a name for yourself.
I'm over the house. Oh,
You have a
so
trash
close.
can right there.
But that was no fun.
And now you gotta pick that up and it's everywhere.
It's standing straight up.
Oh my god,
It's standing straight up.
Fuck you. Get out.
And not only did I rim it, but it landed straight
Get out.
up. Well, I've accomplished everything I need to. I will see you folks later.
Bye.
I'm coming back.
He didn't accomplish everything.
My keys are falling out of my pocket.
Alright.
Get in my pocket, keys. Hey, what's up?
Pocket
Keys.
Welcome to the podcast.
Keys.
Keys.
So yeah, nobody knows who I am, and yet everybody was like, "Why don't you do stand-up more often?" Like at least three
We think
people.
that.
At least 3 people said that.
Well, you could use that as a starter. Like you walk up on stage, like, "Hi, my name is Casey." Not that it matters because no one's going to know who I am after
Yeah.
the end of this. People ask me, "Why don't you do more comedy?" Because no one knows who I am.
What I want to do is like,
That's why the rest of us do comedy.
no, like the first time I get up there, I'll be like,
Hashtag sad truth.
"Hi, I'm Casey. Nobody knows who I am. People tell me I should start doing comedy." Okay.
And here I am.
I feel like every time I hear a comic like get up on stage, "Hi, my name is Casey. My name is Manny." I just feel like, "Hi, Manny." It's like it's.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
You know, it
It's
really
like-
is like a support group.
Yeah.
I say it internally whenever
I-
everyone does it.
I feel like Angie's is essentially a comedian support group.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like Heath said, like I forget how long ago it was now. Like it's just the same 12 comedians telling the same jokes
About
They
killing
have-
themselves.
Yeah.
How shitty their life is.
just to each other, and like maybe there's like 1 or 2 other people there.
I think Keith takes the cake.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think this
The
bar's
roof's gonna
falling
blow off.
apart.
Yeah, it's going.
But
This barn structurally sounds.
I,
And it's meant to withstand winds at 5 miles an hour. Well, we're fucked.
Whoa.
It's up to
6.
16.
Don't turn on that fan. Whatever you do.
Ah!
Turn on the fan, the whole back wall falls.
That's
it's not even a real barn.
That's a
like,
door.
It's just a green
It's
It's
all
just
just
a prop.
cardboard.
It's just a green screen. We're outside.
Yeah. We're in space.
We're on the streets. We're on the streets
just
of
floating.
Philadelphia.
Ew, Philadelphia.
Where everybody knows your name.
Get the fuck out of my way, faggot. Hey, that's my name. No, it's not.
That guy knows my name. Yeah.
I like Steve's.
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 I like Steve's.
It wasn't an outro. Just like when he came back up after you were done.
Yeah.
It's like I was so hoping that Heath would actually walk in, and
that
he just
would have been nice.
he gets so pissed off. He's like, "What the fuck is this guy doing? It took me 16 years to perfect my act, and now he just comes up and does it after what? Fuck you guys! I'm going home."
I'm gonna go under my trailer. Make my meth. Under the trailer.
Steve, we have to cook.
Oh, we have to cook.
Oh, that's
Amber was.
terrifying.
I told this on an earlier podcast. Amber, who's been on the show before,
Yes.
we talked about how we got in a predicament where we just one of my tires just got utterly destroyed,
Mhm.
and we needed the help of
Tire?
her. What?
Turn.
Tire?
Yeah.
Yeah, with a tire.
Tire.
Yeah, the tire iron.
The iron tire.
Your iron tire.
It goes.
Oh yeah, brother.
We required the help of her dad, who, by the way, looks exactly like Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
And she was telling me the other day, you know, I was looking at a picture of me and my dad. I was like, why is Walter White in this picture with me? And then it dawned on me.
Oh dear.
Talking about Heath being Walter White.
Yep.
The first thing was, I am the one who. It's terrifying.
There needs to be a bread pun in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm inbred.
Steve, we have to rise.
There you go. There you go.
That show's terrible.
Speaking of you looking like Heath and Amber's dad looking like Bryan Cranston.
Okay.
I've come to the realization, not only have I finally realized that, like, when I, like, go out, like, on a good day, like today, when I go out places,
Okay.
and I get ready, it seriously takes me, like, 20 minutes to, like, comb and groom my beard. I've also learned that if, like,
Alright.
Excuse me.
porn,
Charles Barkley is 55 away from 10,000.
Damn!
it's not, just, no.
She said turbo, and I went, I wonder if it's in 10,000 yet.
I've also found out, like, for years, like, since I've started to put my hair back after high school,
Yeah.
like, when I leave it, like, I usually wear a hat all the time, and when I take my hat off, and after a
You
certain...
haven't been wearing your
Yeah.
hat as of late.
For a certain duration of time...
You're becoming less and less like your
Les West.
animation.
I know.
Les West.
He's
Let's
becoming
go.
Les
Hopefully
West.
soon I can get another
Big
hat
Les
that's not
West.
that.
Big Les, what?
Yeah. But, people have told me, like, after a duration of time without my hat, like, after wearing my hat all day, like, my hair just, like, has this, like, natural wavy part.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, you look like Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic. I've come to find out that if I were to shave everything but like this, or, like, just keep that, I would look like Leonardo DiCaprio's fat twin. So, I think I'm going to legally...
You just have to, like, grab one of those really long cigarettes. Just
Yeah. I feel like I should now legally change my name to Lardonardo
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Lardonardo Fat Caprio.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Lardonardo.
I almost said
That's gonna be my firstborn.
We have to fap. Okay, that was
I'm
weird.
going now.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you should better get out of here. Everyone's coming.
This place is like a brothel with all the coming and going.
Such coming.
I love
Many
that.
kinds.
Yeah.
That is pretty funny.
Oh, goddamn.
Speaking of stuff that's fucked up,
No.
Go ahead.
go ahead, Stacy.
Okay.
Stacy.
So, this guy was at a male strip club.
Wasn't it in Vegas?
I don't know where it
I don't
was.
remember.
But,
It was at a strip club.
yeah, it was at a strip club.
Just pick
And whilst the dancers were dancing, shaking their junk in people's faces.
I do that.
I just imagine like
It's like a grandfather clock down there.
I'm gonna mushroom your face.
But yeah, while they're dancing and doing that, the guy goes backstage, steals stuff from their lockers, and then he gets caught in the act by one of the naked strippers.
Is this
So he fucks him.
a patron of the strip club or
I can only guess
a proprietor
patron.
of?
A
Yeah,
patron.
I think
Okay.
it's a patron.
Proprietor.
And the guy,
I'm the proprietor of this strip club.
This is probably happening during the time of some stripping. So yeah.
yeah. So when the guy got caught, he freaked out and pulled a gun.
And came.
But
Wherever it was.
yeah, wherever he was hiding it, probably up his butt.
That would be the only place it wasn't up his dick.
No, it just looked like a gun.
Dick penis.
Is that a gun in your?
Dick penis,
Is that
I
a
mean-
gun in your crotch, or are you about to shoot me?
I said,
No, it's my
I
penis.
said
Both.
dick penis. And I meant to say penis
I don't
gun.
know. I forgot where I was going with that.
But no, like he pulls out a gun, starts shooting. He hits a stripper in the face with a bullet because he shot it. And then
It all adds up. Yeah.
He shot it.
One, is
3.
4,
Yeah.
3.
But then he gets tackled.
1.
I
I am 1 year old.
3.
But then he gets tackled by some naked guys, and he gets arrested. And his only reason for that was meth.
Wait, what kind of strip club was he in?
The meth club.
A guy's strip club.
Oh,
The meth
Or
club.
ladies' club, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Chippendales.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
ones.
Okay.
Meth and
All right.
Yes.
I've shopped there.
No, that's where Heath gets
I'm
his
sure
supplies.
you do.
Oh, God.
By the way,
Where else are you gonna get an Erlenmeyer flask and vinegar at the same
I
time?
know, right?
Oh,
By By the way, I'm John Travolta, Lardonardo DiFatrio.
Yeah.
It's Leland Daveries.
There you go. I need to legally change my name.
My name. I know my first name's supposed to be
You never did
Eleanor.
my name either. Like,
Okay.
like on that
I've never done
podcast,
anybody on this couch.
on that podcast, you were like, "Who else do we know?"
I thought we did.
Not Casey.
Who else do we know?
I'm
Even
sorry.
your friends forget who you are.
I thought we did.
You guys disappoint me.
I know I'm Eleanor
Skardner.
Skardner.
Eleanor Rigby.
Eleanor
Yeah.
Rigby. Eleanor Skardner.
Yep.
Instead of Erica Swart.
Alright.
Apparently, he like feels obviously he feels really bad for screwing up
I blame Xenu.
the name. He sent her
Get it?
like
Because he's a Scientologist.
he sent her
Adele
a
Dazeem.
big bouquet of flowers, and he emailed her, and now they're like best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good old Adele Dazeem.
Adele
Um,
Dazeem.
Yeah.
Adina
You are
Menzel.
now Christy Carter. You're welcome.
And
That sounds
Stacy.
like a
What was
mascot.
your name?
Yeah.
Like
remember
crispy
what it was.
crunchy
You gotta
or
look up.
something.
You gotta look up Wes's.
Okay.
I want to know.
What's your last name? I don't know.
Harris.
Harris.
I know that.
Her.
Last name her.
I didn't know
Are
that.
you
Search
Sandy
you on
turning-
Facebook.
Oh yeah, I love
Stacy.
you.
I
Are you
forgot that
turning
I
into
did
Sam
that.
Elliott now? Where's her?
Did you ever hear about that interview that he had for The Big Lebowski, why the guy asked him, "So why are you in this movie?" He goes, "I don't know."
Now here's what I want you to do. At some point with this with this thing, what's it called?
The John Travolta name generator.
Yeah.
John Travolta name generator. Just put a name in there. Take the name that you get, put it back in, and just see how many times.
Yeah.
Just like put it in
Yeah.
a temporal loop and just see
Interesting.
what
Oh, I
happens.
forget what it's
And you
it's
finally
called.
get your actual name.
By the way, you're Sandy Harvest.
And what's Wes again?
Well, we're getting there.
people do that with song lyrics.
Yeah.
They take song lyrics and they put them into Google Translate,
Yeah.
and they translate them into like German, and then they translate the German into Spanish, and
Yeah.
the
One
Spanish
of my
into
favorite
something
versions
else.
of that is they took the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah,
And they actually sang it on screen.
Yeah.
It was great.
You are Wallace Lowing.
that's right.
Look up, you guys.
I'm going to look up Wallace Lowing now.
Yeah,
And see
I was
what
gonna say,
happens.
look up CDZA. They're a YouTube channel that
Yeah.
does just music experiments, and
Yeah.
they're all really great.
Wallace Lowing turns into William Yoing.
Just keep doing
I'm
that.
on it. Yeah, I'm on it.
While
be
you're
good.
doing
You can keep talking, and every once in a while, I'll just yell out a name.
while you're doing that,
That's what sex is, right?
Wilson Lowing. Go on.
that's my brother. There is I forget what airline it is, but there's a Japanese
Malaysia.
airline.
Oh, I love this.
Warren Yoing. Go on.
Just wait until he's done. We'll see where you've gotten.
There's a Japanese airline. It was like exclusive Japanese airline.
Yeah.
Is now expanding, and they're going international. And the commercial that they produced for them going international is two Japanese gentlemen standing in front of a window at an airport looking out on the runway, and they're talking to each other about going international, expanding, and everything. And the one says, "Well, how we need to change the face of the Japanese people. How are we going to do that?" And the camera pans
Surgery.
over. The camera pans over to the guy he's talking to, and the guy he's talking to is standing there with a blonde wig and a big fake nose. And he goes, "I don't know." And it pans over to the other guy, and the other guy says, "That is such a Japanese response." And
I
they're
think that's brilliant.
they're getting backlash because it's apparently racist.
Yeah, I don't
Fuck them.
understand.
And I sat there and I laughed so hard at it.
That's like a
sounds
gift
hilarious.
thing.
Yeah.
Like nobody cares.
Yeah.
Everything's racist.
I laughed so hard. I'm like, that's not racist. That's fucking hilarious. That's such a Japanese response.
It's hilarious.
Okay, that's just a.
Yeah.
I
Now-
unfortunately already found the temporal loop.
Ah,
You put in Wilson Yoing, you get Warren Lowing. You put in Warren Lowing, you get Wilson Yoing. And it just keeps going.
you're gonna have to like try something else.
Put in a random name then.
The,
Put in Adele Dazeem and see what
No,
you get.
that's it. I'm gonna do that.
Leon Kandinsky.
Wait, I'm gonna put in what the fuck her actual name is.
Adina Menzel.
Spell that.
Dina
I-D-I-N.
Zell.
Yeah, well, Menzel was how it sounds.
Okay,
And
maybe
I think
it's in the article.
I-D-I-N-A.
Everybody get out their laptops.
I-D-I-N-A.
I-D-I-N-A.
And then Menzel. M-E-N-Z-E-L.
CEO.
Yeah.
Turns into a Dildazim. Okay.
Well, that obviously had to be the basis for the entire program.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I was just checking to see if they crossed
Apparently
their
he
eyes
fucked
and
up a
dotted
name
their
last
T's.
year too.
Yeah. You mean cross their eyes?
They
cross
crossed their eyes.
He messed up.
I'm sorry, that was racist.
He messed up Les Miserables. I don't even remember how he said that.
Adele Dazim.
Les Miserables.
Les Miserables.
Argyle Visa.
Argyle sucks.
That's great.
That's fun. I'm done playing.
Aw, that's fun. That's a fun.
We'll do it off camera.
Yeah.
But I feel like the only way you can like at all find this commercial racist is if you immediately think, oh my god, he has a big fake nose. He's obviously pretending to be Jewish. That would make you a racist because you think big fake nose means Jewish people.
Yeah.
No.
That's my view. I think it's hilarious and people are stupid.
Hilarious.
A lot of people, like we were saying last episode, people are way too uptight about the smallest trivial things.
Oh yes.
Yeah. It's,
Go on Tumblr, you see it all the time.
Potatoes. Everywhere.
That's like the people exploding over that Phelps guy from Westboro Baptist Church.
Fred Phelps dying.
Yeah. I didn't care enough to remember his first name, but how people are like,
I just wanted to call him Fred Flux.
Well, it's like people were saying, like, obviously he stood out at the churches and he said, everyone deserves to die and everything, and how we shouldn't do that because we're no better than them. And everyone's like, that's not right. They did terrible things, so now we gotta be mean to him. It's gotta happen. You shut up now.
Why do I feel like
And that fight is just ongoing.
Why do I feel like the Westboro Baptist Church is just the biggest trolls in history?
Yeah.
They are.
The only reason they're doing it
Other
is to
churches
get attention.
hate them.
Yeah, they're only doing it to get attention.
Yeah.
Publicity and all that.
Well, no, because if you don't like protest his funeral or like be dicks, you're the bigger person. Not only because you're still alive,
Yeah.
but
I'm wondering how
it's
many.
the right thing to do.
I'm wondering how many people are going to protest his funeral. I know a bunch of people are planning on going. And other people are like,
I heard
no,
he
man, you
was going
shouldn't
to
do
throw a
that.
gay pride parade.
he was going to throw a gay podcast.
Just stop. Everybody just stop being stupid. That's not going to happen, but
No, never.
I want to say I can't wait for it, but I know it's not going to happen because there's not enough of those people. But like,
sense a low dia coming
What do you mean by those people?
Those people.
the Westboro Baptist
Yes,
people
I know,
that are just like, I'm a Westboro Baptist person. I don't know.
Yeah, more
Wait,
or
no,
less.
that's Heil Hitler.
Hi, Hitler.
Hitler, I have a question.
Goodbye, Japan. Anyway, I forgot. Like how, like when Paul Walker died, or like a couple years ago when Ryan Dunn died.
Too fast, too soon.
Everyone's
too
like,
fast, too soon.
everyone's like, yeah, Paul Walker died. We all know him, but what about the guy he was with? Or like when Ryan Dunn died, we all know Ryan Dunn, but what about the guy he was with that also died? Like he wasn't famous. He wasn't
don't know who
whatever.
that guy was.
We don't know who he died. Like who he was, but he died.
He died.
Yeah, but
What time
like,
you said it was? Pizza.
11, obviously.
Yeah,
I
pizza.
said it was pizza.
But like
Pizza.
for some reason, I just expect like people to be like other people, like thousands of people die every day and no one knows who they are. But this guy dies and like the
Yeah, because people know who he is.
yeah, it's like the fucking thing with the Joker, like thousands of people die
Heath.
every day and no one bats an eye, but Fred Phelps dies and everyone goes
Do
fucking
you know
insane.
why that is?
'Cause
Because
he's
somebody
terrible?
dies
Yeah.
that nobody knows, and
But-
it affects friends and family. Somebody dies that is world famous, and it affects friends, family, and every
everyone
fan
in the
that
world.
they have. It's the circle of effect.
But
Go fuck yourself, person who goes, no one else gets that much attention. No one else is that fucking famous, dick face.
I'm not one of those people. I'm just saying like I expect it to happen, but I know it's not. But like it also like upsets me. Like I have a friend who like not immediately after Paul Walker died, but it was like a few weeks after we were talking about something, and Paul Walker ended up coming up in conversation, and she just like not broke down, but she got like upset, like, oh, me and Paul Walker we're gonna get married and like everything. And I'm like, you never gave a fuck about Paul Walker before,
Yep.
up until now. How can you sit here and tell me that bullshit?
How dare you stand where he stood?
Like it only happens when like someone of that caliber like has something bad happen to him.
Right.
Then people are like, "Oh my god, he was so great." You don't know who he is.
No, I didn't know.
You have no like. She's never watched any of the Fast and Furious movies.
I only saw him in Joyride.
I don't think I've seen him in anything.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I knew him from.
So
And I knew he was in
Fast
Fast
and Furious.
and Furious. I saw the first one maybe.
Yeah. But she has no idea who this guy was, other than she knows of the Fast and Furious series.
Yeah.
She knows that he was in it, but she has no idea who he is. She's never seen the movies.
Yeah.
She knows of him, but knows not of who he was.
Yeah, I can't stand him.
That was a
sounded very
decent save.
pronounced.
That was a decent save.
That was the other. That's like flipping the coin a little bit.
Yeah.
Another thing that annoys me is when people are like, "Oh, this person's so beautiful. I'm going to marry them," and they're famous.
Yeah.
Like, you're never ever even going to talk to this person
Yeah.
for maybe more than
Yeah.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
Don't stop saying that.
What?
Like, for example, your sister has a list on the refrigerator saying, "I'm single, but that's okay because I'm theoretically married to this list of gentlemen right here."
This loop of
This
people.
group of gentlemen right
They're in
here.
a circle. She brought him up on the
They're all
John
holding
Travolta
hands.
name generator
Yeah.
and got him in a circle.
Like, that really annoys me when people say that, "I'm going to marry Justin Bieber." No, you're not.
No, he will die right now.
Yeah, no, but speaking along like fan bases
That's
and
what a knife
stuff,
sounds
Yeah.
like.
like with fan bases, what I find really annoying is people who is idiots out there who try to say that you're not a fan because you don't wear this and this and you don't listen to this and this.
Like you in the scarf.
I went on Tumblr one day. Some girl posted this huge fucking thing about the Tom Baker scarf for the Fourth Doctor and how anyone who does not wear the
Doctor
exact
what?
colors. Anyone who doesn't wear the exact colors is not a true fan, and if she ran into someone like that in the street, she would scream at him while she tore their scarf to shreds because they're not true fans.
It's a bunch of shit.
So I wrote this huge thing back to her, and all her response was, "No one asked for your opinion," and then posted a gif of this lady rolling her eyes.
I
I'm like,
believe you're on the internet, lady.
I'm pretty sure you posted that wanting response.
Also, it probably would have been better if you had not said anything, just ignored it.
Nah, fuck her.
No, because
Fuck her, she's a cunt.
I made a valid argument, and then all she could say was, "I didn't ask you."
That and
Like,
You know that
that's
if that
all
would have
we
been a
do.
face-to-face conversation, that's where she like slowly backs away.
Yeah.
that and if you didn't experience this, you didn't have a childhood.
Yeah. That's why I like how they changed. Like, if you had this, you remember the '90s, and it's like,
Yeah.
and then it showed like a ball with a stick. You guys remember the '20s?
No, this is the hoop and the stick.
Yes.
How is that a game? What do you even do?
You roll the
roll the
circle,
hoop
and then
with
you
the
keep hitting
stick.
it with the stick, and you just
Yeah.
run all over the street.
Yeah.
How do I know that? I watched a lot of old movies, and I've seen it happen.
I know what
Or
the
like-
concept
yeah.
is,
Or
but
like how only
I'm
80s
asking
kids will remember this, or only 90s kids will remember this.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I fucking like listen to like 50s music,
Yeah.
and like
You
my
should remember it.
yeah, I remember it because I
what's funny is that the 50s kids
Yeah.
don't remember it anymore.
yeah. I remember that song. It was no, you don't, Grandma.
Shut up. You were there, but you don't remember.
Yeah.
You're not a true '50s kid. Shut up.
Yeah, you start singing like 4 different songs all grouped together. It's like that's not even right. Like that middle one isn't even a song. Like you're just describing
So
pudding.
now I want to take this to the nth degree, and be
Nth
like,
degree.
Instagram.
Instagram.
I want to take this to Instagram.
You guys know I
Well,
can't talk
obviously.
stuff. Stop it.
Why
Don't make fun
why
of
can't we
Casey.
talk today?
I don't know.
It's
And that's
impossible.
me. That's me every
Because
day.
Erica
Passing
is
it
not
on.
alcohol.
I want to take it to the nth degree and be like, if you lived in the time, then you know how much of a dick Adam was.
Yeah.
If you lived in insert time here, then you
Then
were
you remember
insert
object.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I do.
Oh, look at that.
I hate those things. I fucking hate those.
Yeah.
You know how many?
I think I liked it when they first
unbelievably-
came out, but then after that I was like I was interested in when they first came out, but now they've just taken it way too far.
I'm annoyed about how many dumbass Facebook not groups, but like pages there are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That are like 4 sentences long.
Yeah.
and share the same pictures that and thoughts that every other 4-sentence long Facebook page shares.
I like one called
They
Grapes.
are the
There
worst.
was a guy that I used to follow on YouTube who was like, yeah, I'm really tired of all these, so I'm going to make a page that everyone can agree with. I've created the page Not Being Constipated. Because I think that everyone can agree
Everybody should like that.
that no one likes being constipated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I
They're so
like.
fucking dumb. How do people find these things?
Yeah.
Don't you have to like search them for them to show up? Who's like, you know what joke I really like? The one about the chicken crossing the road. Does Facebook have a page on that? And then
That's
fucking
like
find it.
That
And I get to see
my room and now I
SpongeBob
can't
pictures
find
all day.
anything.
It's great.
Or like something like, I don't like when she says, "Are you okay?" and I say nothing, and she gets mad at me because she knows something is wrong.
400,000 likes.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah.
we all know you wanted to try a Krabby Patty. 5 million.
Yeah. God,
I-
it's
I-
not.
I'm
It's
not
not a
gonna-
page. It's a thought.
Yeah.
That should be one of the posts floating around. To be
And then
honest,
no one
with
ever
you.
posts on it. You just go there and you're like, I like this.
I like
There it
none
is.
of those things. I don't even like a lot of my friends' things. They'll say me like, you should like this page. You give me a reason to like
No,
that.
and then
You know what I love
like
about
that page.
Facebook? I'll have a friend who has a kid. A week later, everything on my wall is, I'll stand up for my kids. No one gets in the way of my kids. I'm the best mom ever. I don't need anyone but my
I
kids. I'm
think-
like,
I think we should talk about all the friends that
And
you
then-
have
Oh
that
my
have
God.
kids.
And then
There's so many
you're
of 'em.
friends with your friend's kid, and immediately after your friend is like, "I'm the best mom ever," the kid goes, "I hate my parents. They don't feed me."
I want you to tell everyone about some of the people that you know with kids.
oh, I'll have to tell you one day.
Let's point out the fact first that most of Stacy's friends have kids and they're the same ages.
Yeah, I know a lot of people
Or
with kids.
younger.
Or yeah,
I knew a girl my age who just had her 6th kid.
that's terrifying.
She's 23 and just had her 6th kid. And
That's-
she only has 2 of them.
That's terrifying.
The rest are with the other dads.
These people need euthanized.
And she
It almost makes logical. Well,
It almost makes logical.
It almost makes logical sense going like rewinding back to almost the beginning, since we're talking about like
We've gone full circle.
people our age having like 17 kids.
yeah.
When I was
That was something they did 100 years ago, not now.
when I was born, Leonardo DiCaprio was 18.
Yeah,
Okay.
I could be his child
you could be.
because I kind of resemble him, only fat.
Okay, yeah. Talk about that. The thing.
What's our
I just
talk
want
about?
I just want to
Talk
Like
about the thing.
bring that up.
thing
Do
that we
the
saw,
LMC.
like the thing that we saw last
the
night,
Oh God!
where the girl was like, "I think this may have been the best picture I've ever taken of my son."
You can't even find him in the picture.
It's
Where
like-
is he?
it's
It's
like-
a picture of Full Metal Alchemist on the TV. What the hell? Where is the baby?
Oh my God! Is the television.
It was
I
funny.
knew it.
It was funny because it was like playing Where's Waldo. Like center screen was a window and it was really bright out, but it was really dark inside. So we're like, where is it? And we saw it's like in the one corner in like one of those
He's wearing like a
booster
red and
seats.
white
Yeah.
striped thing.
Yeah. He's
Glasses.
He's covered in blankets. You can only like barely see his face. This is the best picture I've taken today.
That's like the people who take pictures of pictures and post it, and it's so blurry you don't even
Yeah.
know what it is.
Yeah.
It's like, this is my family.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Yeah,
Like-
we spent like 20 minutes last night just like laughing
Where's
at,
Waldo?
at people's stupid pictures they
Oh,
post
yeah.
of their
Oh my
babies.
God!
And go.
I defriend people over that shit.
And they all look like aliens. Seriously, all their babies are aliens.
Going back to
Who do you
the
know?
pages and everything, aliens.
I tried
Oh.
All my friends are aliens.
I like 2 different pages on Facebook. Like they're completely
Only 2.
different. No, this is an example. I like 2 different pages on Facebook. They're completely different.
That's what
I
the page is
swear to God that they're run by the same person,
Oh, I've seen that, yeah.
because one would post a picture and then like 5 minutes later the other will post the same picture. And then like the next day
no.
the next day, the first one would repost the picture that they posted the day before, and like I like sometimes like there's some really good pictures that I saved to my phone, and then like I'll just like troll Tara with a
Nobody
bunch of
likes to
stupid
repost
pictures.
her.
Nope.
I go back like I will go back through entire albums of these pages, and the amount of fucking reposts. Like, there's a post, and then a repost, and then a third repost of the same fucking picture.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck, people? You can't get your shit together. That you're
I wanted to make sure
triple posting the same thing in a row.
That is you just described the entirety of Imager.
Yeah.
Because that's all it is.
Imgur.
Yeah, Imgur.
Imgur.
Yeah, I don't know why websites like
IMGUR. Imgur.
Can I tell you the worst
No, you can't. Go ahead.
that can happen on Facebook between two
Everything?
people in a relationship?
Oh no.
It's when...
Oh, I know. I already know where this is going.
It's when she has a profile picture of him, and he has a profile picture of her.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Which one are you? I don't know. I
It's the
can't
worst.
tell.
It's
I
the
am
worst.
him.
Or
Got sex changes.
when they both have the same picture.
Yeah, I've had that too.
Yep.
That's pretty bad.
It was when Riley and Ivy were together. They both had the same picture for like 3
And
months.
you're like, who am I talking to?
And I would go message Riley for something, and he one of them would be online.
Yeah.
And it was the picture. I'm like, I don't know who this is. And like,
Who are you?
I'm like, oh, Riley's online. I go to click it, and it's like, you're now talking to Ivy. I'm like, I don't want to talk to her. I want to talk to Riley.
You don't know until the message screen pops up.
I'm only a little bit guilty of that, and I only say that because on our Facebook group, I used to draw people's profile pictures of people.
Yeah.
I have a picture. I always take the profile. My profile picture is always what I think is the funniest picture I've ever drawn.
Yeah.
Currently, it's Emily's professor saying, "I'm serious."
Yeah.
And it's like really detailed.
I love
Yeah.
that one. So I'm serious.
Yeah. Her face is like Beaker.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Stacy is also a drawing that I've drawn for her.
Yes.
I am?
Yes,
in which
you are.
it's you and Flying Squid and Ender Dragon.
Flying Squid and Ender Dragon.
Yeah.
The picture that I have for you in my phone is the drawing of you yelling at Riley, and you're like,
Oh,
you're like
yeah.
3 times
With
bigger
the
than he
teeth?
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So every time like you call or text me, that's the picture that comes up. It's like I didn't crop it this way. This is how it like just automatically cropped in all the little thumbnails. It's just angry you. But like when I go into your contact profile, it's the whole picture. But like every time like you call me, it's just angry cases like, oh God, what did I do? Oh my God, that's just how it is.
One of my favorite things is hiding Easter eggs in my
Yeah.
animations. Have you guys also noticed? I think we've talked about this before, but not on the show.
I feel like we've talked about it several times on the show.
But
I don't think
whenever the person who is telling the story is talking, they have their arm on the table, but nobody else does.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Did you notice that?
I did. That is pretty nice.
What else? I used to hide Amanda in every animation,
Yes,
but I
I
don't do
remember
it
that.
anymore. One of I think my favorite sight gag that I've ever done is it's the one where it's where you're talking about you have self-inflicted ADD.
Yes.
And you're like, wait a minute. You're like, I just touch whatever I want.
I just touch everything.
He has like 5 arms.
And one of them's grabbing a hold of someone's boob.
Yeah. And then you go, wait, and you have 5 arms going like this.
Yeah, that was great.
That's my favorite.
They're very good.
What else do you guys like?
I specifically picked one out of the recent one he did like last week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But I can't remember what it is. Because it's been so long.
What did I do last week?
I don't know.
I did
I'm gonna
the
try and find
ending
it.
credits that
Yeah.
King of Paradise did.
Yeah. Rolls looked really good in that. by the
Yeah,
way.
that was, yeah.
It looked like Rolls.
It did.
Rolls' 2014
Which is too bad.
season is not.
It's not for
He
sale.
is a character.
There's nothing
in
to
himself.
sell.
Except
No,
that.
there was no sale.
Fat sack.
Fat sack.
Another one of my favorites.
I started
I wanna
thinking
say
about that
something
at
about
work
fat
the
sack.
other day. Like, I'm sitting there, like, in the truck, I'm driving, and I go, fat sack! and the guy I'm working with, what? Nothing? I didn't say anything. I don't know why I said it, it just happened.
Did I tell you I met him? Now he's reduced fat sack.
Yeah, he's not so fat anymore.
Wait, who?
Fat sack.
Fat sack.
It's Rolls' friend named Fat
Skim sack.
Zach, but we say fat sack. But
Because
now
the,
he's
first,
but
because
now
the
he's
first
lost.
time that Roll said Fat Sack, I thought he said Fat Sack, and I went, Fat Sack? You call your friend Fat Sack? And he's like, no, Fat Zach. I go,
You should call Rolls
But-
Fat Sack.
we should.
But now he's lost weight, so he's reduced fat Zach.
Yeah. when
trans
Rose was
fat
at my
sack.
place on Tuesday before we went to the comedy bazaar
I'm just
area.
thinking
I
fat
keep
sack.
wanting to say
The
comedy
comedy
zone.
bazaar.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
zone.
comedy bazaar. That's a good name for a place.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my comedy club.
Yeah.
Alright, do that.
He was telling a story, and he goes, "Yeah, and I was at the bar with Fat Zach." I went, "Go on." I just waited. I said, "I know. I was going to let it go." He expected it, and I decided to not deliver that
That's
one
great.
time that he expected it and
Good.
paused for it. It was great.
Keep them guessing.
Yeah, that's me.
We veered off my segue that I wanted to
Keeps
get
me
on.
Well, I
Well,
was-
segways suck.
Go ahead.
They're slow.
They're all
it's
over
hard to
Gettysburg.
balance.
Oh.
Yeah,
They're shitty.
there's just another way to get around.
It's a great way to stay in shape.
It's yeah, sure.
Oh, you're
Like that scooter thing that has a treadmill on it, and you run to make the scooter go. I'm like, why don't you just
Why don't you
run?
just run?
Yeah.
Just run!
Run!
What are you chewing? I'm sorry. I veered away to an extra. That was a Keith paraphrase.
I saw
Don't
a
mind me,
picture.
go on.
I don't know if like it's actual production or if it's just like some sort of shit. But it's a stroller that's attached to a skateboard,
Yeah, I did see that.
and it has handbrakes and steering and shit. It's basically a scooter
I saw-
with a baby duct taped to the front of it.
I saw that. I saw that exact thing. It had a bunch of pictures of
Yeah.
that, and then it had a drawing somebody had. It was like a kid with like sunglasses and skate shoes.
Yeah.
It was like in the air. The skateboard is flipping around. The baby's just still
Yeah.
in there sleeping.
I like it.
Anyway, it's now time for my segment that I've been doing.
Business doings.
Business doing.
There's a
No,
fly in here.
called Today I Learned.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
This is
And what did you learn today?
Thanks
today
and stuff.
I learned that hurricanes can be used. Hurricanes can be slowed or even stopped by wind turbines.
Well, let's make some down in Florida.
Yeah.
They, I don't know who. I'm just gonna go with they because
They.
that's the general term.
The government.
The government.
You need to
The
calm
government
down
took
those
my
Tourette's.
I'm sitting here shaking. With her shaking her legs, I'm like,
Calm down on the
It's like
Tourette's.
there's an earthquake over there. On
yeah,
the couch.
fucking Stacy earthquake.
There's a hurricane on that side,
Just
an
go.
earthquake on this side.
Just don't come.
I'll be going then.
Okay, just go.
I remember back in my day.
Anyway,
You don't have a day. You have no days.
it's not proven to be effective yet, but it's a theoretical thing. Some company is planning to, off the coast of Florida,
Target.
probably
Target.
Barnes and Noble.
build like a grid of like 100 of these really big wind turbines.
Wind turbines.
So when
Second
when
brain.
hurricanes
Wind
come up the
turbines.
coast,
Tee.
they can just put those things on high. When the hurricanes come through,
Huh.
wind turbines go and they just
So-
plow it through.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know
Are-
if it would be
what-
possible or
okay.
I don't know.
what.
It's
So,
Usually when something like that's theoretically possible, it's possible.
yeah.
are they going to set it up as like a wind farm, and
Yes.
it collects energy
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
other things?
That's why they're wind turbines.
Okay, no, hold on. What I'm asking is, are they going to set it up to collect energy for other things, or are they going to collect energy for the turbines themselves, and then when hurricanes roll around,
Yeah.
they just turn the fans on?
Giant pull cord.
Yeah, and then the fans just run off the energy that they have collected for themselves, and then the
Right.
fans push the hurricane
I
away.
don't know.
It could probably do
didn't say.
both. I mean, hurricanes are so infrequent that they could probably save a little bit of the
Yeah.
energy that they
Yeah.
produce.
They have a
for
wind
themselves.
farm for the wind farm.
If you can make those things powerful enough,
Yeah.
like
You
really
could
stand
rule the
up
world.
to like 50
Rule
mile
the
an hour
world!
winds.
Just put them all along the East Coast facing the ocean, and we're just going to move the United States over to
We're gonna
Japan.
blow it back.
We're picking up Hawaii on the way there. It's gonna be great.
either we're just
We're
going
going
to
to drop off Alabama, I think.
Yeah, we don't-
And there
we
goes
don't-
California.
Yeah.
Half of California.
Either the United States is going to turn into a giant airboat,
Yeah.
or we're just going to push the Atlantic Ocean into Europe. Like, we're just going to cause gigantic tidal waves.
Yeah, there's tidal waves all over
Yeah.
Europe.
I found Atlantis.
Bloody
It's Germany.
Americans.
Yeah.
And they're pretty tall, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a report in senior year
On
of high
in.
school. I did a report in senior year of high school about renewable energy sources, and I
Yeah.
found out that, first of all, an interesting thing, that if we were to put wind turbines in 1% of the U.S., we could power everything.
Wow.
1%'s an awful lot, though.
Yes, 1%. I just thought that was
That's
interesting.
like Iowa. Iowa's wind now.
No, that would be.
That's
Rhode-
it.
That would
Nothing's
be
going on in Nebraska
the
except
reason-
corn.
That's
That
your
would be-
title, by the
that
way.
would be Rhode
Iowa's
Island.
wind now.
No, it would be Rhode Island at the 1%.
But it doesn't have to be
Matt.
1%.
Well, they're this
It
big.
doesn't have to be 1% in one spot. It
You
could
take one step and you're out of the state.
be 1% distributed.
No, don't
Yeah,
say that
yeah.
around Rhode Islanders. Apparently, I worked with a girl that was
They're really short
yeah.
people.
Apparently,
why they can all live
she was from Rhode Island.
So
Like
it's-
she didn't like care or say anything up until Boston won the World Series. And then she's all like, "Yeah, I'm from Boston and everything."
You notice how people keep that shit quiet until a sports team accomplishes
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
I happen to
Win the
reference.
game, get the points.
I happen to reference the dead pilot. She was
Dead
like,
pilot.
From that missing plane?
Yeah.
Oh.
oh man, that's
Too
terrible.
soon.
I'm
Too
sorry,
soon.
Internet.
I think
Too
now we
soon.
need to change the name of what we call that.
I heard every woman on that flight was named Amelia.
That should have been a sign, yeah.
God.
You
But
should have seen that coming.
I happen to reference Riley being from Rhode Island.
Yeah.
And how like it was when I worked at Amazon, and I said Amazon this building is
Amazon.
bigger than the state of Rhode Island, and she just like it was just a passing joke,
Yeah.
and she just like ripped me a new asshole. She's like, it's not that small, it's actually this square miles
She
and
sounded
everything.
like Whitey getting into a
I
fight.
would have kept going with the jokes.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say-
would
I
have
did.
made Rhode Island jokes all
Yeah.
day.
Oh, I
You
did.
should have told her how many Walmarts could fit into Rhode Island.
I think I did.
One, yeah. The garden section, basically.
But I
And
called
it
her out on her.
spills over into Connecticut.
I called her out on her shit. I'm like, first of all, you need to calm the fuck down, bitch. Because it's just a fucking joke. Relax.
You mean
Relax.
Rhode Island?
Yeah. I see what you did.
I see you.
That's an applause.
And then I continued with the joke, and she eventually got up and left.
Good.
But going back to what I was saying.
I'm
yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
The interesting thing, the funny thing, the reason why they don't put more wind turbines offshore,
Yeah.
like just in the middle of the ocean.
Birds.
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 It's
Duh,
birds.
Birds! They got those things spinning so fast, you just see. Ah! Ah!
Yeah.
Well,
It's really like a jet engine.
And it's
The-
basically like a cartoon, just feathers fly
Yeah.
everywhere.
the great thing about that is it's so far offshore, no one's gonna give a fuck. No one's
yeah.
gonna see it.
I don't think it should matter all
Yeah.
that much.
Just kill all the seagulls. We don't need them.
Just put them right
They're
along
not living
the.
at Walmart anyway.
Just put them all along.
Yeah, what are they so worried about?
They're all in that field you
Yeah.
saw.
Just put
Yeah,
them
all the
along
seagulls
coast.
are living in a field in Nebraska.
Just put them all along the coast of Florida and you'll be fine. Just line the coast of Florida, both sides with these wind turbines.
Them hurricanes
And they'll
are never
go
doing
away.
now.
And Louisiana, they're just like, we're not going there.
Breaking news.
Can we point the wind turbines into Louisiana so all the hurricanes go in that direction?
Can you paint with all the colors of the wind?
Have you ever seen
Florida
the rain?
can.
Something about a blue corn moon. I don't even know what that means. I
And
just
it's a moon
remember that.
that's blue and made of corn.
Right, of course. How could I be so
It's a
blind?
bar. It's a bar in Nebraska.
The blue corn moon?
Breaking news: since the addition of all the wind turbines of the East Coast, the entire population of seagulls has moved inland even further.
They are now land gulls.
Canada
Now
is
Also known as birds.
They are now all in Hanover, Pennsylvania,
It
in
is-
their parking lots.
It is reported that Canada has now changed their national bird from the goose to the seagull. Back to you, John.
I thought you were going to say the moose, too.
To the moose.
That's
Their
Canada
national
has-
bird is now the moose.
Canada has changed their
Canada's a little
national.
fucked up. They're
Canada has changed their national bird from the moose to the seagull. Back to you, John.
Moose to the goose.
there's,
Back to you.
there's a moose in the hoose.
Back to you.
That's how they say it in Canada.
There's a moose on the loose, eh?
And it's in my hoose.
There's a moose and loose in the hoose.
Aloof.
Dr. Seuss.
There's a moose aloof.
Dr. Hoose.
There's
I
a
never made
moose
that yet.
There's an
aloof in the moose.
There's an aloof moose loose in the moose.
That's
That's your title.
I made a cock out of dew.
and a doodle.
You're welcome, Internet. Back to you, John.
You completely lost me. Back to use.
Did we tell you how we were talking about Doctor Who? And I went to say
Doctor
that.
what?
Who?
And I came
What?
out, and then I went to
Damn
say
it!
Dr. Seuss, and it came out as Dr. Hoose.
Oh yeah, and I want you to draw that.
Dr.
I
Who?
keep
That'd be
forgetting.
great.
I don't know how I'm
Oh
supposed
yeah,
to make it.
I was gonna draw that.
I don't know how I'm
I'll
supposed
do
to
it
make
some
it.
point.
Hey there, Jerry. Have you seen the latest episode of Doctor Hoose?
I told you about this when we were at the hotel party, which we should get to after this.
Oh yeah.
God, the hotel party.
They were talking, and I was like, Ed's World, which
Yes.
is what Tom Scott used to be a part of
Right.
before the lead animator person died.
Yep.
One of the newest episodes, because they do a charity fund now for cancer,
Right.
and they get freelance animators to animate for them. And the most recent one that came out, they made fun of Doctor Who, and I thought it was brilliant.
Oh yeah.
Because
Tell me about it.
it was like,
That's because it's fun to make fun of.
and now back to Dr. Y. Doctor, the planet is about to explode. How will we get out of this one? Are we going to die? No, don't worry. I've got a boxing dough anyway.
Oh.
Doctor, I just killed my own grandfather. That's okay. It also goes back in time. And they just like
Oh.
sink low and they just go, Doctor, we're trapped. How will we get out of this place? Don't worry. I have a screwdriver that can open any door.
No, it can't.
Shut
Get
up.
seals.
It doesn't matter. It's a joke.
I just say no, it can't.
Doctor, you're dying. I'll never see you again. Oh, that's okay. I can change into a different person. Oh, now log again.
Reasons why that show will never end.
That's why it never ends.
Yeah.
It is never
That
going
was
to
funny.
It
I
is
was
the show
looking,
that never ends.
I was looking at
That's
the
all you get.
Wikipedia article just for fun,
Yeah.
just to see what that. They were like,
And it's like,
yeah, they did mention that Doctor Who, or the Doctor can only regenerate 12 times for a total of 13 regenerations.
Yes.
The creators of the show are not sure what they're going to do when they hit the 13th Doctor.
Well, they are on the 13th.
No, they're 12, aren't they?
Not technically, because there's the War Doctor.
Who cares?
Oh, Casey, how could you forget
I
the
know.
war? He's
God
like,
damn it,
he's like
Casey!
the most
You're
important
tearing this
one.
family apart with your lack of knowledge of Doctor Who!
Dr. Y?
What?
What?
How? Dr. How?
Get
Like that
out.
lady who can't spell.
Yeah.
Dr. How?
I just realized, like, my Canadian Doctor Who could, like, go in another direction. Like, hey, Jerry, have you seen the latest episode of Doctor Who's? Oh, yeah, I love Hugh Laurie.
You know, he would be. Yes,
Wow.
yeah.
That's good.
He's fucking awesome.
But anyway, about
Dr.
Brandon's
Who's-
party, we were going into Brandon's
Yeah,
hotel party.
let's start with the thought lot.
Okay.
Because it went really well.
What time
I
is
thought it was a good show.
What time is it?
3 or 7.
Okay.
You somewhere you gotta be?
4, I gotta leave.
Oh, okay.
Well, anyway, yeah, we went to the thought lot, and
Yeah.
everybody did a really good job.
Lots of thoughts
I
of
thought
that
it was
lot.
There were so many thoughts.
It was progressive.
Yeah.
No,
That's what I was saying the whole
that
time.
was
I have heard
terrible.
from everybody that I talked to, except for the band members and the guy who booked the show.
Yeah.
Those bands sucked.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nobody liked those
Band,
bands.
band number one.
Yeah.
We had
The one guy.
Johnny, the most depressing man in the universe.
Who was it that said...
I can't help myself!
Who
God,
was
it
it
was
that
terrible.
said that they didn't think he knew how to use a microphone correctly? Was it you or was it
He
Rolls?
just,
Probably
at one
Rolls.
point, he just turned around.
Yeah,
And
and he was singing to the back wall.
And we're like, and he's dancing back and
Yeah,
forth, and
like,
I'm like, excuse me?
the first, like, when he played his first song, he was like, he didn't seem all that sure of himself. I'm like, okay, he's good.
Yeah.
He starts playing. I'm like, okay, I think I can get into this.
Yeah. It was
I'm
so-
just I just go, oh.
oh no, this is
I like it. That's not the kind of music I generally listen to all the time.
That's
hell
the kind of
no.
music anybody
Yeah,
listens to.
I thought he was all right, like lyrically
Oh, yeah.
and,
He's
and
okay.
and musically and everything. I just felt he had terribly awkward stage presence
Yes,
Yeah.
because he was bouncing around
I
and
never
singing to
even
the
looked at
back
him.
wall. And,
Yeah.
I paid no
You
attention.
wouldn't have
this
wanted
guy.
to.
He seemed like the guy who wanted to be a he tried to be in a screamo band.
Yeah.
But all he could
But he
buy
couldn't
was an
make-
acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
And I also decided to count how many times he said the word myself.
Yep.
In one song. I counted 6. That's a little too many.
That's a lot.
That
Should
was
say
that
once,
was only
maybe
the
twice.
first verse.
That was about the time I decided to save Stacy from like the front seat.
Oh yeah, because you left her alone.
Well, because I didn't want to be there.
Yeah, and you left
And
her.
I just like came back and I'm like, I'm saving you. Come with me.
It's better you don't hear this.
Yeah, which was a good thing because then the instrumental band came on.
Oh
With all
god!
instruments.
Yeah, and they just played like out of their laptops. And
I
this
thought
guy,
I was
this
floating
guy was
through space.
the guy was just standing there. It sounded like a train repeatedly going through a
And then
tunnel.
whenever he said words, it was.
yeah, he had a microphone. He was going,
With the biggest echo.
And that's all it was. And I'm like, no.
No,
And,
that's
and
not-
then
No!
there would be like this like catchy like Latin conga beat, and then it still sound like a train going through a tunnel,
Yeah.
like chugga 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 chugga, woo woo. Yeah.
Yep. It was.
it was just a cacophony.
And I did not see the last bit, which I'm glad about.
The last
they
band
were
was
all right.
they were all right. Like
comparatively, they were great.
yeah.
They were way too loud though.
That happens.
I don't know if they were a
You
cover
couldn't hear
band or
them
not
singing over
because
the
like
music.
the acoustics of
Yeah.
the room. Like I felt like, and you agreed with me that one of their songs sounded like a Weezer song.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was a Weezer song or like they had a Weezer style
Yeah,
about
the problem with playing music in that place is it's a factory. Or was a factory.
It's concrete, everything.
Everything's
Well, if the
concrete.
band
to-
plays correctly, you can
Yeah.
hear it. I mean,
Yeah.
we've had bands in there that just sound absolutely perfect.
That
Oh, I've
that
been there for
reminded
good
me.
bands.
That reminded me of when I went to New
They
Jersey.
didn't know shit.
It reminded me of when I went to New Jersey to see Motorhead and Megadeth in the Susquehanna Bank Center.
Ugh.
Motor death.
The
Motorhead.
Susquehanna
I
Bank
wish you
Center.
had not said center, because that would have been
Megahead.
great. When I saw Megadeth at the Susquehanna Bank,
Yeah.
oh, that was the
I went
best
all the
show
way to
ever.
New Jersey
The
to a bank.
Susquehanna River.
Yeah.
I
But
drowned
the
them.
Susquehanna,
I drowned
the
them all.
Susquehanna Bank Center is typically an outdoor amphitheater.
Yeah.
But during the winter months, they close in a portion of it.
Yeah.
So it goes from like I want to say 10,000 people in the amphitheater to like I don't know, like
5.
half that,
Yeah.
maybe a quarter of
5 people can come in.
it. Motorhead and Megadeth
Yeah.
are very loud, like
No.
very
Terrible.
in your face bands.
They're terrible.
I don't know what they closed in the amphitheater with. I'm going to say essentially just like drop cloth and plywood.
Ha.
But they were so loud, and this place was so poorly acoustically set up.
Acoustified.
Acousticized.
I would have said that. So,
Like,
yeah.
I knew what was going on because I knew the music. But, like, if someone else that didn't know who these bands were to walk in, essentially it was just echoing.
Well, that's what
It was great.
And then they played.
that's what Lemmy and Doucheface sound like, though.
What?
Dave Mustaine?
Dave Mustache.
Dave Mustang? Dave
He's-
Mustang?
He's
Yeah.
terrible. Both of those are terrible. Lemmy and his mole that's going to take over the world. And it has a mind of its own. Did you
He
know
probably
that?
does.
Yeah. He's got this massive mole in his face.
He's got this massive mole on his face. It just shoots out. I'm sorry, let me kill the
It's
star. I
like,
love you.
I
When he
don't
turns
do-
his head, you gotta watch out.
Yeah,
Whoa.
because it tells him to
Bloody
kill
mole.
people and it's
Stop
just terrible.
talking
But
about the
anyway,
bloody mole
back,
it is.
back to that night.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We're going to go into Brandon's hotel party.
Well, we went to
Yes.
the diner first.
Yeah,
Is
diner
there anything
first.
notable about that? Not
No.
really.
The ham
It was
was
fun.
Yeah,
It was okay, but it wasn't
I
good.
had lots of pancakes.
Diners are always fun.
And I ate your pancakes.
Yeah.
That sounds...
I think I
And then
almost
she came over the house.
I think I
And then she left.
And then I left.
I think I almost convinced the waitress that I didn't know what I want, so she didn't start with me, and she's
Yeah.
like, "All right, seriously, do you know what you want?" And like right there, just like pristine
Yeah.
list of everything that I wanted. She's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, well, okay then."
All right.
Okay,
There's
so then-
Hoose in my hoose.
So then Brandon Klein, who we never talk about because he's...
He doesn't show up too often.
Yeah,
That's the reason why.
I think he's good.
He's just too far
He's
away.
pretty good.
He's
Yeah.
good. He invited us back to his hotel,
Oh man,
and that was the thing.
I knew that would be a trip
Oh, yeah, it was.
for a while,
Yeah.
and then it would be time to go.
Yeah.
There was a moment, and I knew when that moment was.
When was that moment?
When I said, "Let's go."
Oh.
I wonder how long they stayed in there, the rest of them.
The next day, Joe threw up outside the car at Sunoco.
Nice.
So use that as a measurement of time.
I got
That'll
that.
answer your question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Everyone who was there except for these three here
sober ones.
played a
Kings.
drinking game that looked interesting if there
It
was
was
not drinking
Kings.
involved.
Yeah.
It looked fun.
It
Yes,
was fun.
It was.
And
It
then
looked like it took forever.
you
It
know
did.
why it took forever?
Doctor Who.
Because
No, it's because everyone went out for a fucking cigarette break.
Because you took 20 minutes doing Doctor Who trivia with Brandon
They were
Klein.
outside. They didn't know we were
So-
criticizing.
To counteract that, I pulled a card that
Categories.
no, it was rules. I pulled the card that I can make a rule
I thought
for
you
the
said
rest
rolls.
of the game.
No more Doctor Who.
And my rule was every time that Erica made a meme reference or any reference to Doctor
Oh, yeah.
Who, Klein drank.
That's why it was time to go so
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah, he got
Because
fucked up.
before
he
that,
got toasted.
Yeah.
before that, I think you did something. I don't know where I'm going to blame you because I yelled at you a lot. But someone did something, and
How dare they?
this was after. You kept going on the Doctor Who thing, and I threatened to flip the table. But I think Klein said something about flipping the table, and I'm like, please, if we're going to flip the table, can we take the alcohol off first?
Yeah.
Because if we lose that, I'm going to cry.
I'm going to flip the table.
And Klein sat there, he's like, I like this guy. He knows where his priorities are. And then, like, 10 minutes later, Klein, every time she says something stupid, you have to drink. The rest of the night, she says something stupid, he's, like, plastered. And he just, like, I don't like you anymore.
Meanwhile, Stacy and I were like sitting on the floor for
Singing.
the majority of this. No,
We were watching.
we were watching the Sprout channel.
Oh, yeah, that was weird.
God.
Watching.
We just that was
Kipper?
like the wake. Yeah, it was
Watching
with,
Kipper.
with the guy with the way too high voice.
Yeah.
Whoa there, everybody!
We're going to go right
Julia
on
Childs is a dog.
We're going to go right on by
And then we're going to take the chicken, and we're going to dress it.
In a dress.
In a dress.
And then we're going to go right on by Christian around. I hope you join me.
I ran out of bay leaves, so I have to go get more.
More? Yes, more.
Mine.
But yeah, throw that in there. Why don't you?
I don't know.
That was my wake up call when I realized kids shows are really trippy.
That's why I was hoping
Yeah.
Ubi would come on.
Yeah.
We
It took me so long to remember what Ubi was, because you kept doing this, I'm like, what the fuck does this have to do with Ubi?
It's an Ubi.
Oh, yeah, it was the hand with eyeballs.
I don't know where it's on.
They wore a ring with eyeballs, and that's what it was.
Yeah.
And the girl wore like a bow taped to her finger.
So is that like the Doctor Who budget going on? Or what?
20 pounds, you
We have $5. We can use our hands.
Brilliant!
brilliant.
And the villain is a can of green beans. So many hands were broken, the green beans just kept burning themselves in the hand. Like, oh, I broke my hand.
And then
Seasons took forever.
And
to
then the
produce.
green jellyfish, and I like the green beans.
But yeah,
I watched the jellyfish last night.
we saw just how trippy it was because like the in between segments, it was this girl in pajamas and this like fat star.
Was she on a comfy couch?
Yeah, she was just. It was like
Yeah.
a star. It's like
Honey Boo Boo?
I couldn't hear it because we had it on mute.
Right.
But it was
Which
just
is
like,
for the best.
Yeah, it was just this fat star just like sitting around just going.
Fat sack.
Fat sack.
Yeah,
Yeah, that thing was pretty terrifying.
yeah, it was.
My favorite thing that you guys did, because I wasn't paying attention most of the time, but the
Right.
thing I loved was when you guys started movies as if they were porn titles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yes.
My favorite one was the one they said that Ethan Tuthill came up with. Now, for those of you at home, Ethan Tuthill
The dirtiest comedian that there is.
Yes.
but the jokes are very smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
They're
are.
very, very smart jokes. But he will never get shows anywhere because he will never get booked with that material. So they said, name a movie that if you change it would be a porn title. His was 3 Men and a Baby.
Oh, man.
What was the other one? Indiana Bones and the Temple of Pooh.
Yeah.
That was my
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah.
I said a good one.
And
I
then-
can't remember it now.
I can't remember any of mine.
No, they're all hard to come up with.
Yeah.
Mostly
Oh, I said
because
8 Crazy Dicks.
mostly because Jameson was involved a lot.
There was a
Yeah,
lot of Jameson. There was Fireball.
Yeah.
The Marilyn Monroe
Fireball.
Strawberry.
And then then I got like really into drinking because like everyone was like, "Oh, come on, man, drink." I'm like, "All right, fuck it, I'm drinking." So I drank a lot. But then like one of them was never have I ever, and I pulled that. I don't remember who pulled that card, but my never have I ever. Like I sat there, I'm like, I can't think of anything good. I'm like, all right.
I lost every time.
Never have I ever touched penises with my best friend in summer camp in 5th grade.
And Brand?
And Joe, no, it was Joe. Joe looks at me, he's like, that's really fucking specific. Like, what the fuck have you done? I'm like,
I don't do it.
I've never played this game before.
But it's something you never did.
Yeah.
But I lost every time.
Because you touched penises with your best friend in summer camp in 5th grade.
I'm sorry, what?
No. I was never at summer camp.
You want to try again?
Never have I summer camped ever.
You need to drink
Summer
more, I
camp.
think.
That's a terrible camp. Don't go there.
Don't go to summer camp.
Yeah, you'll lose a limb for sure.
Oh, God. Yeah.
It's better if I don't talk.
It isn't better.
What I've discovered with you, especially on that night, is that your curve of being able to talk is a very interesting
See what
relationship
I'm teaching.
with the amount that you drink.
Yes.
The soberer that you are, the
Thanks.
less you can talk.
Yeah.
And it's quite parabolic how the more you drink, the better your speech gets, and it caps.
That's because I have to watch.
And then it just tumbles right back down
That's
to
because
where we started.
I went to Shippensburg. I had to learn to talk right if a cop came up to me.
Right.
Like that time I had to
But you
talk to
forgot to talk anyway else.
I thought you said anywhere else. I'm like, no, I can talk other places.
I can talk on the roof. Not a big deal.
I'm on the roof. Good job.
Well,
I am on the roof. Yes, you are, and very drunk.
I'm on a drunk roof.
No, that's when you've hit your limit.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it now.
My roof is drunk.
The swagger limit. Let's call it that.
We call it being siphoned. Or I used to call it being siphoned.
That's great.
Whenever you've had too much, you say you're siphoned.
Okay.
Or you're carbonated.
We're on. I'm carbonated. I get carbonated.
Hi, I'm Lennon. I'm Ron
I'm Ron Carbonated. I'm Ron Carburetor. And I'm here to tell you.
Point
I was trying.
proven.
I was trying to say carbonated.
Well, it looks like Eric is not going to be on the show for a while.
Unless she's drunk.
Well, that could happen. You'll
Then
just have
we'll
to
have
drive
the
next
best
time.
conversation
I drank this
ever.
time, so I had to no drink.
So,
What drink did you have to know?
Yes. I'm gonna.
it's been a long time coming, but Stacy
Stacy,
should
you
leave
better
now.
go.
Oh,
How
God.
many episodes are we gonna do that?
I love ejaculation jokes.
It's a thing now.
It is a thing.
It's been a while that TV
That's-
shows. Let me compose my thoughts,
I
but you
passed-
have nowhere to talk.
I was just gonna say,
No,
I passed it on to
You
you.
have,
She can talk
you
on
have
the roof.
nowhere to talk. You can't talk on the roof. You can't talk in the car.
I just passed it on to him.
Yeah, I think you did.
It's contagious.
So you better watch out, everybody.
I mean, it's contagious.
It's very obvious that people have been running out of ideas for TV shows.
Oh,
That's
that's
But now they're
Breadwinners.
really running out of ideas for TV
Breadwinners.
shows.
Yes.
frogs that deliver bread and smack each other's ass. That's on Nickelodeon.
Oh.
And they fart all the time. They're just frogs that deliver bread. Breadwinners.
What else? What else? What
They
else
are
is there out there?
they're inbred
Maybe
frogs.
that's where he was this week. He was doing a
guest
cameo.
spot for that
Yeah.
show, yeah.
That's the thing about the Learning Channel. It's no longer the
There's
Learning
no
Channel.
learning. We talked about this on the way on.
it's the-
I think it should be TUC, the Unlearning Channel.
TULC.
Because it's where
And
you
then-
go to forget
or-
all the shit that you
But
do.
then I
Or
just call it the What the Fuck channel.
Or just terrible life choices. What was the one that you
That's
thought
good.
of? Or that not you thought of, that you saw?
Oh
saw-
my god! I saw this commercial for a new TV series.
Yes.
And it's about all these guys that are trying, buff up, and it looked like they were in gangs or something.
Oh, I think I know where this is going.
And then it
Irish
turns,
Mafia.
and all it is a show about arm wrestling.
Yep, I know. I totally knew where that was going.
Like, you told me about that, I'm like, no.
I lost it in
No.
Amish Mafia.
Yeah.
No,
You
that's
dropped out way early.
You you saved yourself.
Yeah.
But no, that one, I like
What's it
you were
called?
talking.
It's called Game of Arms.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
I think that
How about
the
the one I
Learning
told you?
Channel comes up with shows by just creating puns based on occupations and goes, okay, we can do a show on that.
Yeah.
That's a funny title.
Well,
I think they build their shows around
Yeah.
their titles.
However, it doesn't work for Sex Put Me in the ER.
Well, that was just a slow day at the office.
Yeah, there's a show on TLC
One-
now called Sex Put Me in the Emergency Room.
That's I saw like.
Is
half
there
an
dramatizations
episode
of how they
Some
they
guy got
put
his,
it
some
on?
girl got her head pushed through a wall behind the bed.
Why were they having sex behind the bed?
Like
No, it was going jet propulsion.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Someone turned on the fans.
Remember
prematurely.
the car in Goldfinger?
Yes.
Had that ejector seat?
All right.
Yes.
That's
All right.
He had an ejector bed.
All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, Stacy told me
It's-
about that Matt.
Okay, I'm done.
That
No,
Game
like,
of
he-
Arms show.
Yes.
And I was like, this isn't real. I looked it up, and I'm like, it's exactly like you described it. It looks like gangs.
Yeah.
And it's funny because they have teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's teams of people.
And they have tiny legs also, just
Yeah,
like
they
their.
all
Well,
have
have
Because they
like
only
one
work out
buff
their upper
arm,
half.
don't they?
They
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
skipped leg day. They found masturbation at a very early age. And they're like, what am I going to do with this buff arm? Well, arm
Make the
wrestling.
other one
Yeah.
buff.
They look like the Charger from Left 4 Dead 2.
They're gonna say they look like the Charging.
One show that I can't help watching for some reason, but every time I watch it, and usually it's on in a marathon, so like there's a whole day of me just screaming at the TV. Extreme couponing.
Oh, I've watched that.
We've
That's
talked about
ridiculous.
this before.
Some
And-
people have made money at the store.
Yeah, and how people like
Your
they
face.
they have like stacks of coupons
They
like
don't
that,
work. They just sit at home and clip coupons.
and they go out and they buy like 17 bottles of mouthwash.
No, it's
and-
more like 300.
and 46 jars of peanut butter.
I would like to
Jeff.
buy the store, please.
Yeah.
Here are my coupons.
And-
We owe you $7.50.
and
Oh,
like they only
Angeles.
they're like, okay, so I've done my math. This stack of coupons with everything that I'm buying, my bill should be under $100. So I only brought $80 with me today. If I am above $80, I'm going to cry.
Yeah, and then they freak out and they cry at the register.
Yeah. Like,
I was like, I'll have to put something back.
yeah.
Well, no,
I
it's
have so many things to put back.
But here's what happens in every episode. I forgot these! Pulls out giant book of coupons out of tiny purse. Here you go, I forgot these.
Yeah.
And-
The day's been saved.
Because it's like, you owe $100. And they start crying. They're like, wait a minute. I found these.
Yeah.
One lady, she ended up spending 50 when she thought she would only spend like 10. She walks out of the store and left and everything, gets home, and she's like, I had more coupons in my purse.
Yeah.
And
So,
then-
and she
then
was
there
like
was-
crying. And
Yeah.
Then there was that episode of Wife Swap
Yeah.
I've
With,
never seen that.
with the.
That's the show that started it all, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I think it was
No.
Oh, it was
No,
before that.
Wife Swap's been on
No,
for a
yeah.
long time.
Yeah.
Used to be on a major network, didn't it?
Yeah.
Swap your
ABC.
ABC or
It
something.
was
like that.
yeah, something like that. It was the one.
Then they
Sounds
realized
right.
the horrible mistake they
It
Yeah.
made.
was the one.
We can just
where,
give this to the
where
Learning
the,
Channel.
Where the family was in just extreme coupon.
Yeah. I don't remember if it was Wife Swap. I don't remember if it was Wife Swap or Extreme Couponing. But there's a
It was
lady.
that episode he was talking about.
There's a lady that there's a room in her basement that she has locked up.
Yeah.
That is all
Stockpile.
cookies, candy, sodas, stuff like
Right.
that, and she allows her kids like 5 minutes a day to go in there and like get an armful of whatever, and then that's their like daily ration of that kind of stuff.
Of
Yeah.
food.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to cook for you.
They
Just
call it
get
their
all that stuff.
they call it their stockpile. And they're like,
Yeah.
I'm so proud of my stockpile. Like they
Yeah.
dust it and organize it and they
Yeah.
sleep on it. I'm like,
Well, no, the
Sleep
thing,
on it.
the thing is,
I'd like to sleep on a box of Oreos.
the thing is, I remember
Like,
specifically
just open them
about.
all up and lay them out.
Ah.
Oreos. Oh.
Like sleep on a bed of Peeps.
The thing
Oh,
is
that would
that
be
soft.
squishy.
That'd
And
be
melty.
squishy, and your back would be covered in glitter. You look like you went to a strip club.
the thing is that I remember
Very
about this
sticky.
specific
And you feel
episode
like
of
it's
whatever
a-
show it was. The rest of it's a finished basement. The rest of the basement looks like a store.
Yeah.
Like it's got rows of different stuff like toothpaste and toilet paper and everything else that you'd find in a store, like other foods. And then there's this door. It looks like it belongs in a bank vault. and it has a lock on it. And then she unlocks it, opens it up, and it's all the cookies and candy and soda and all that other kind of shit that she has to keep under lock and key.
Why?
I don't
I
know.
was going to say, why?
Because they're going to go bad soon anyway.
Do you think that people are going to rob your house of your cookies?
Let's go shopping in their house.
Yeah.
They just
You
take
could,
a shopping
actually.
cart.
You probably could.
Yeah.
Price
Like,
check.
I wanna know, like, sometimes there's like reoccurring people on extreme couponing
Yeah, there are.
that they follow around all the time and shop.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, why the fuck are you shopping in a store when you could be shopping in your basement?
No, I just like
Use the shit that you have
And
first.
Because 50 of these expire tomorrow.
No, I love the people that are just like, we save a lot of money doing this since only my husband works. It's like, why don't you work?
Because
Instead of sitting home clipping
I'm
coupons,
too
go
busy
work.
doing this.
Actually, if you think about it, with the amount of stuff that they buy, the amount of money that they're saving is probably
They buy
better.
30 bags of cookies.
Yeah, but they're spending like
They're going to eat
$20.
2 of them before they expire.
And
And what do they do?
Then with all
That's
these like
with everything that they buy, it's still like a fucking. It's like 99.8%.
Now, here's what you
Oh
do.
no, I'm saying it's awesome. I'm just thinking, maybe you should work too.
here's what you do.
Well, no, I think that the
Because
money
then
that
you'd
they
have
save.
more money to save.
No, I think that the money that they're saving on groceries will outdo most. We're having a serious conversation
going?
here.
I
You're going away.
Where you going?
I'm sorry
I think
I
that the
opened
money-
this can of whatever it
I
was we
think-
opened earlier.
I think the money that they save by doing this coupon
That's a
thing
new saying. Open
is
can of
saving
beans.
a hell of a lot more than if they worked.
I'm not saying they're not saving. I'm just saying.
But I'm saying that the amount that they save out benefits all sorts of money making.
And I'm also saying, imagine how much more they'd save if they still coupon but also worked.
But can they do both?
You're basically saying-
I mean, this is we're
Yeah,
talking
no,
some
no,
extreme
there was an
They
episode
go
where this
dumpster diving for the fucking circulars.
there was an
Yeah.
episode where this lady, someone approached her about like, well, we're saving all this money because only my husband works, and then she was asked, well, why don't you have a job? Then you wouldn't have to do this. Well, if I had a job, I wouldn't have time to clip
Exactly.
coupons.
Right.
And then with all this like
Word bar. Yeah, I'm
all
sorry,
this
I passed that on to you.
stockpile of
Thanks.
food.
Yeah.
6 months later, you have hoarders, and there's like full circle.
yeah.
And we got Extreme Makeover Home Edition.
No.
Fix it up.
That might
goes.
And then
And
they
then they swap
relapse.
wives.
No.
And then relapse.
It goes.
Like, I forgot how great this
It
was.
goes extreme couponing, hoarders,
Yeah.
intervention.
There you
Yeah,
Yeah.
extreme home makeover, and then it goes right back around to extreme.
go. We've figured out the TLC conglomerate.
We're on to you, TLC.
Fuck you! Shut down your shit.
And
We're on it.
And your computer just explodes.
And their flagship product, Alpha Brain.
Dude, if it wasn't like $30 for
sorry,
like
I
10
had to.
tablets, I would love to try that. Just because like I'm like overactive in my imagination.
Yes, we
Really
are
fucking
fully
weird.
aware of that.
Yeah. I for some reason I expect like if I were to take that, it'd be like ADHD medicine, and I would be like super. I would be like super suppressed. Like I wouldn't have any more Lodias. Like I would be so boring.
Lodias?
But I feel like as soon as you stop taking it for like however amount of time until it wears off, it would be like turning a Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How it's just nothing,
Yeah.
and it's nothing, and Wes!
Yeah. Alpha brain,
Wes.
alpha brain. I'm back. And like it's like the two.
Just a Wes
Yeah,
explosion.
it's the 2-year-old that has no idea what it is, and they're doing it for the first time, and like everyone is just terrified that I'm back. Like they're used to like the 2 months I was on Alpha Brain, and all of a sudden I come back like I kick in doors. I'm like I'm loud again.
You're like the Kool-Aid man.
Yeah.
Just busting through walls.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just like a reoccurring cycle. Like I kick in. Oh yeah! It's like Wes ran out of Alpha Brain again. Somebody order him another bottle.
Quick, get his prescription.
Yeah. Oh,
Prescription Alpha.
Prescription Alpha Brain.
So
It's
you're-
like they have a giant syringe. They just stab it into your neck
it's
Comically.
before it's too late.
it's like the steroid needle that I borrowed from my brother.
It's like taking a giant EpiPen.
Yeah.
You're allergic to your own ridiculousness.
I picture it's like firefighters carrying a hose. There's like 4 of them that have to lift it up.
Yeah. And it's a tanker truck that just says Alpha Brain. And they run over like hop, 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 and they shove the hose in my mouth, and they turn it on, and then I just expand. And then once I deflate, I'm like, all right, so
Welcome to Groupcast.
welcome to Groupcast. We're gonna have another exciting show today.
I'm your host.
I'm your West.
Good night, everybody.
I'm your West.
Oh, that'd be fun.
And then like a month later, I'm West Big Island, like the things and woo! God damn it! Call the fire department again.
Oh, that'd be awful.
On that note,
Yeah.
I want to say one last thing I want to mention.
all right.
Have you guys ever heard of Sad Kermit?
Yes.
Yes.
Is
We've
that the
talked
one-
about
is
this
that the
a lot.
one where it's like,
Oh,
I
I hurt myself today to see if I still feel.
Yeah.
I focus on the pain.
That was fun.
No, you can't feel because you're felt in foam.
And a
ping
hand.
pong balls.
I'm on,
Pink and
I am on a Sad Kermit kick right now, and it's pretty funny.
Wait, where do you find this?
YouTube. YouTube.
Everything's
There's
on
an
YouTube.
entire,
Don't
there's
even
an
ask.
entire
YouTube.
CD.
Oh my god.
There's a CD called The Rainbow Disconnection.
Wow.
That's great.
He sings Hallelujah, and it's really good.
Huh.
It's so depressing. The videos are hilarious. Have you ever seen the videos to him?
No.
No.
They have him playing the guitar,
Oh.
and there's one, I think
would've
it's
said
a
banjo.
Needle in the Hay, where he's looking in the bathroom mirror with like a cigarette at the thing, the thing he has around his neck, and he's looking at it, and the next thing he has scissors,
Yeah.
and he's
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Oh my god.
God damn, they are funny.
This is kind of off of that. Back when I used to play Xbox, they had all those like little animated toys you could give your avatar or whatever.
Oh, right.
The only one I ever had it's just called Banjo, and it's got Kermit the Frog sitting on a log
Huh.
with a banjo. And
At the bottom of the sea.
it's funny because your avatar, when it just shows up,
Yeah.
like he just like shows up behind the avatar, and your guy turns around and goes, and he's like, "You look at the Kermit the Frog," and he starts singing, and you go like this, and then on the second wave, a rainbow comes up.
Wow.
Wow. Who made that game?
I don't know, but it's hilarious.
How do
like,
you get one of these?
Yes.
It's like on their store for
Oh.
Microsoft points, which are bull crap.
Yeah.
But
MP for sure.
So,
yeah,
Man,
what?
manatees.
Manatee points.
I petted a manatee once.
Well, aren't you special?
I swear on
Throwback.
him.
Who wants me? Hold on a second.
I'm busy recording a contest. I'm busy recording a podcast.
I
won.
Tool time.
Of course.
3:37.
All right.
20 minutes.
Call back to last week when we were talking about head lice.
Oh yeah, that's
Apparently, what's
Selfies
the word?
caused them.
Yeah, with the increase of selfies, lice is on the rise.
Because it spreads since everyone's like,
Yeah.
Ah.
Serves you fuckers right.
Yeah.
I'm on your face.
Stop it.
And with that comes a bullshit new craze. It's been going on since like
Head
before.
That's what I was going to
yeah.
say. It's something like that where passing head lice is cool.
Yeah.
yeah, because that's the thing now.
It's been going on since way before selfies were ever popular.
Yeah.
It's called cellophane selfies. It's where people take like cellophane tape or scotch tape and they just wrap it around their head, like push their nose up and like have their lips out and their ears, whatever.
Okay.
And they look fucking stupid.
Photo booth does that for you.
Yeah.
But you don't get the lights.
Like, it's all of a sudden, within the past couple weeks, like, super popular. Like, everyone has to take a cellophane selfie. Like, people were doing that, like, 10 years ago.
I would just put cellophane on my head and just say, I'm
Yeah.
said cephalopod.
Yeah. I hope,
Octopus.
I
Well-
hope to God that
I
this,
have a pen.
I hope to
that's
God
still in. Yeah, never mind.
that this leads to just, like, someone is going to be stupid enough, like, okay, so I've done everything that I could ever think of. let's put a trash bag on my head and take a selfie of that. I hope to God it leads to that, because then we can just weed out all the really fucking stupid people.
Yes.
That's called
natural selection.
Yeah, natural selection.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope that kicks in soon. I know I'm really fucking stupid, but I'm not that really fucking stupid.
No, you're not.
Like, I don't understand, like...
That's why we have the Darwin Awards.
I don't understand, like, Snapchat.
No,
like,
that's retarded.
It's just, like,
So
repeatedly taking
Twitter.
pictures of yourself for, like, no reason.
Yeah.
I asked someone why they Snapchat, and they just like kind of sat there and were like, I don't know.
I've
That's
had
a
the same
problem.
thing. I've had the same thing happen before. Like, fucking... When we did the 2-year anniversary, the first thing, when Tara was here, I went and picked her up. Like, the whole way here, like, she just like, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? She's like, Snapchat. I'm like,
Why?
with who? She's like, a couple people.
Why?
I don't know. I asked her. I'm like, well, what's the point of that?
Yeah.
Like, and I even made the joke, just like, yeah, I'm still in the same car I was 10 seconds ago. She's like, shut up, you don't understand. I'm like, I don't think you understand.
Yeah.
There's
No.
something to understand.
I might have talked about this before, but I was going to dinner or something, and I watched someone go out of their dorm, and it's like maybe 20 yards from the place where you go eat to the dorm.
Yeah.
She was walking out of her dorm. She took about 4 Snapchat pictures, and those 20 yards, and then she tripped. Because she didn't see where she was going. I was like, you just got what you deserved.
I would have yelled across campus, good!
Yep, that's great. Alright, should we wrap up now?
Wrap it up.
Yeah,
Wrap it up.
thanks, all.
Let's wrap it up.
Wrap it.
He's a whopper, he's a whopper, he's a whopper.
Well, no, we can't wrap up because I gotta talk about this. My parents went on vacation. My dad has off all this coming week, and his aunt has a timeshare, and she's just like a timeshare subscriber of sorts. And there is
Have some time.
There's a timeshare available right now in Atlantic City. So they decided, since my dad has off all this week, that they're going to take a vacation, just the two of them. We haven't gone on a family vacation since I was like this big. You know how long ago that was?
That was 500
It was 500
That
years
was
ago.
like yesterday.
Yeah, the size, like when I was the size of my arm.
It's been like 40 years.
I swear to God, it's been like 40 years.
They just take your arm with them?
Yeah.
We're taking your arm with
We never go out as a family anymore, like on vacations or anything. But my mom says Thursday night, okay, I went out and I got groceries today. I'm going to go and get more groceries tonight. We're leaving tomorrow morning, being Friday. I get home from work Friday afternoon, and it's just me and my brother for the whole week. And I go through the cupboards and the fridge and the freezer to like figure out what I'm going to make for dinner Friday night and get a lineup of what I'm going to do the rest of the week. 6 bags of pizza rolls, 2 cans.
So that's Tuesday.
Yeah.
2 cans of ravioli.
Tuesday morning.
Marshmallows.
3 boxes of Swiss rolls and 2 boxes of oatmeal cream pies, and
Tuesday snack.
and a gallon of orange juice. The next 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? We cannot live for a week off of this.
Yeah.
I'm like, I thought you went out and I called my mom, and she's like, yeah, what's going on? I'm like, 6 bags of pizza rolls does not a meal make, mother.
That's how I talk to my family.
What? How are we supposed to live for a week off of 6 bags of pizza rolls? Well, I got groceries the other day. No, you didn't.
Unless drawing.
Yeah, unless they're still in the back of your car, which Adam has, God knows where. You did not get groceries. Well, I got you ham and bread for your lunch. I'm like, yeah, I'm here after work too. Well, I'm sorry. I'm like, what do you expect me to do? Well, I expected that you were just going to go out and like get your own food. I'm like, no, I don't have the funds for that. I may have gotten a $400 paycheck today, but at least $250 of it is going.
That saw that go flying.
Yeah.
It didn't hit your laptop. It hit the middle of the table.
Sorry. at least 250 of it is going toward gas just to keep going to Hershey for the next week.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm still in Hershey because I'm
That's
waiting.
retarded.
I'm waiting on 2 doors to be hung so I can put glass in 2 fucking doors.
Wow.
That's it. And I'm going to Hershey just to sit around. So you guys gonna put them doors? Yeah, we'll put them in eventually.
Okay.
Yeah.
You tell me when.
Yeah. And I met a guy. I met a drywall guy. He lives in between Hershey and
His
Harrisburg.
name is Drywall Guy.
Yeah. He lives in between Hershey and
Means he
Harrisburg.
hangs drywall.
Yeah.
And he's coming all the way down here to Gettysburg Elementary to do drywall in Gettysburg Elementary. And I live in Gettysburg, and I'm going all the way to Hershey to do that shit. And I looked at him like, you just want to trade jobs? Like, it'd be easier on all of us. Like, you live 15 minutes from there. I live not even 15 minutes from there. Like, I could totally drywall. You could totally put glass in doors. Like, just let's tag team out of this and make some sense out of it. He's like, I don't understand the you do. I just don't. He's like, I get lucrative benefits, and it's just like great pay and everything.
Coming out of the couch.
That's because you're behind a door.
No, it's coming out of the couch.
Because it,
Yeah.
It's all about airflow, guys.
Yeah.
We got turbines back there.
Yeah.
That couch is going to take off.
He's like, I get lucrative benefits. It's good. It's tremendously decent pay and everything. I just don't understand how the fucking schedule works.
Yeah.
Like, I'm all the way up here, they're sending me all the way down here, and you're already down here, they're sending you all the way up here, and I don't fucking understand. I just want to keep myself there. Because it's like, and it reminded me the other day, I was talking to my mom, I've lost feeling in my thumb for some reason.
Nice.
Like, I can't feel just, like, the bottom half of my thumb. Like, I can feel it, but I can feel it not being able to feel. And then, like, I'm standing, and I'm like, I can't feel it. But then again, there is that whole paradox of me just touching myself, and it's
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done.
Bye,
Next show!
everybody.
Oh, wait, no. Hold on.
Thank you for watching this episode of Groupcast. As usual, I am your host, Lennon.
I forgot about this.
Oh, we have more stuff to talk
LA's totally awesome advanced cleaning grease formula ultra deluxe dish liquid detergent.
Also known as
Just
Soap. LA's totally awesome. Look at that. LA's totally awesome.
I've
should
used
have
that
left it
brand
in LA.
before. It's from the dollar store.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
You
They have
use
to
half
pump-
a bottle to clean one dish because it's all water.
They have to pump it up with exciting names.
Pump it up. Ingredients. Oh! Ingredients. Awesome dishwashing liquid.
You just spit on the bottle. You got so excited.
Awesome dishwashing
It's a bad
liquid.
sign when your ingredients include the word awesome.
Is an aqueous solution of anodic
Let me read that.
and non-alcoholic. I don't know.
Awesome.
Oshawott.
Erica, now it's your turn.
I got this. Awesome dishwashing liquid is an aqueous solution of an anionic
There you go.
and non-anionic
Amniotic.
surfactants, stabilizers, perfume, colorants, and quality control agents. Phosphate free.
Who the hell in LA can
Can we throw that across the room?
pronounce that well? No, because we actually use that for stuff.
You
Or at
really
least
should
I do.
stop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I don't know what
It's
anionic and
just water.
non-anionic
It's
shit is.
colored
Just
water.
water. Look at that.
It's colored water.
It's
Yeah.
not as a soap.
It's not as a
This
soap.
is not as a soap.
It's not a soap.
That's
No.
ridiculous. This
I was
podcast
just-
brought to you by LA's
This
Don't buy it. It doesn't work.
This podcast brought to you by LA's totally awesome advanced cleaning, advanced cutting
Great.
soap.
This podcast brought to you by soap.
Say goodnight,
No,
everybody.
as always, I'm your host, Lennon, and with me,
You're not a host.
But
Why are you doing
but
this?
I'm commandeering this podcast. I'm the captain now.
No, you're not.
With me always is Erica.
Hi.
She's herbal.
I'm herbal.
We have Stacy.
My sister is also named Erica, but she's terrible.
She's herbal. She's also
You're
herbal.
horrible.
No, she's terrible.
We have Casey. We have LA's totally awesome. So
West.
we have all of our wonderful fans at home like our Facebook page. Check us out on YouTube's.
If you
where
have
can
any
do
questions
stuff.
for the show, email us at groupcastnation@gmail.com.
Email us at we'll get to it eventually.
If you have any specific
.gov.
ways you want to see me kill myself, email them to us, and I will probably try them
Good
out.
night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.